streamer who starts recording right now and also turns on the button that lets you see my PNG tuber. There we go. Alright, now... Yeah, I realize you couldn't hear me. I muted because someone walked into my, house, my room, and I had to mute instantly. They're gone now and shan't be coming back. I'll read everything again. Shallow? Hi, Looper. Or Luparis, yes. Hi, Luparis. Who is that potato? If you're referring to this guy over here, that's Freg Durst. He's a very important member to the stream and to the community. You all will treat him with respect and love and kindness, as he will be the new mascot to the streams, forever, and no one will ever replace him. If you're referring to any of these legs as potatoes, these are my Pokemon lesbian couple that I have in my D&D game I run because I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, someone told me to keep them on screen last stream, so I did. Smile. God damn, I just looked at the fucking thing. This image is 2 years old. It's 2 years old and it's still one of my favorite pictures of them. I'll keep it on screen for now. I'll put it over Freg Durst because he's not that important. Since when is Freg Durst important? He's always been here. Well, hold on. I'll put him to the... I'll put this so we can see Freg, because he's really important. Things that are important about Freg Durst. One, his name is a pun on the singer Fred Durst. 2, he has a hat that says NBA, which is a pun to the NBA. This is a really funny joke. 2, he has a tie, so you know that he's classy and important. And 3, he's got his, like, tongue sticking out. And, like, he's got a little smug expression, a smile. And he's giving you the middle finger to let you know he's kind of a rude dude with attitude, but in, like, a fun way. And he's got some, like, peach fuzz on his lip, because while he is important and while he's very crucial, he's also casual. Alright, Frag, if you could politely move over for the woman. Who's that behind Frag? I want them as a mascot instead. Oh, you mean Ava? You mean Ava? Or I guess there she's not behind Frag. What is directly behind Frag? What is directly behind Frag is a TV screen that says "We'll be right back, folks." You want them to be the mascot? I can make that happen, sure. Oh, he's doing a bit of the. Oh, I forgot there was another person in the image. I don't know who that is. They're like Frag Durst's, like entourage. Is like his bodyguard or whatever. They're not as important as Frag. I forgot there was other people in that image. Just, you know, when you're next to Frag Durst, are you know, do you really have any real meaning, you know? Here, let's draw the TV. Does Frag want to be the Beyblade or the Grape? He wants to be the Grape. Good answer. Let's get drawn here. Well, he wants to be the Grape because, you know, I guess, does he want to be the Beyblade? I guess I was kind of, I didn't really think about it. That's right, I guess he would want to be the Beyblade because it's, like, hard and durable, as opposed to his fragile, impermanent body. You know, Beyblades can last much longer than an egg. Let's draw this TV here. Just gonna make a box shape. And a box within the box. And, you know, I guess we can, Can you give the TV a bow so we know it's a chubby woman? Oh, I thought you were like... Yeah, I guess I can do that, sure. And the TV screen, I guess the TV screen can say... say this on it. There you go. You know, give her other glove. Disgusting that Soup is leaning into 90s era character design of Bo. Really, Soup? Whoever says that is an idiot? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about that. That's really tasteless of me. I'll get rid of it. So that was a big mistake. I'm sorry. I should have thought better of it at the time, but I didn't. Alright, it's gone. Thank you for your criticism. I'll be sure to kill the chatter that suggested that. And, you know, I guess I'll, like, take off a leg, as, like, punishment for drawing it. And then we add her shoes. And, yeah, there you go. I guess we can give her... Are they wearing gloves? Yeah, they're wearing gloves. You know, let me... Ooh, sorry, gloves are a Disney exclusive property. Okay. Well, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I can just make them boxing gloves and we'll be fine.
Hi, Soup.
Oh, hi.
Hi, chat. BBW TV?
Yeah, they wanted a new mascot. So I'm
okay.
They said that the TV and the loading screen would make a good mascot. So I'm trying to design them and trying to take chat suggestions. A lot of them haven't been going great. I've almost got sued by Disney and almost got called a misogynist at least 2 times. So I'm taking criticism, taking feedback, but it's. I hope by the end of this I can make something they all really like.
Art is hard.
Yeah, for sure.
It do be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, how are you doing? How's your Thursday?
I finished working pretty much as soon as stream had to start. I've been working pretty much constantly for 2 days straight. Doing nothing but writing the exact same thing slightly differently. So if I'm a little brain dead, it's because I'm brain dead. I'm doing terrible, so I'm taking my anger out on Soup. That's like, okay.
No.
Don't do that to my friend.
Hi, Almond. Hi.
Oh yeah, Almond's here. Hi.
Dude, it's so good to see you.
Hi. Hey.
here. Okay, so it was Kandaru, I wasn't sure. When you said hello voice, I wasn't sure if you were genuinely like, who is this, or if you were just being cheeky at me. I am on my laptop, so voice might be a little different than when I'm on my headset. But I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a bad day. I'm allowed to not remember things. I think every single person I know has been having a bad day, if not a bad week.
Mm-hmm.
Something in the air.
Oh, hang on tight, gang. May Steambot Chronicles save our weary souls.
True.
And I guess good news, but it probably could have been better news. My family has told me that they will pay me 600 of the 700 that is owed by the end of the month. And the bad news of this is that there's a small chance I will just have to accept I'll never get 100 of that back.
Cool. Love your family. Don't want to kill them at all.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck? Kill them? Uh-huh. Pretty stressful start to the day. Otherwise, it's been pretty good. Damn. This stream really does have to fix the vibe.
It's...
Steambot has to save us.
Steambot, come on.
A lot riding on this stream, yeah, I guess. Did the... is this like, did the BBW TV, do anything for you guys? Is this a good start to the stream?
Yeah, here, wait. Almond wants to see the art to judge. I love it!
Thank you, Almond. When does it get beaten with the bat? You want to see a woman get beaten?
Who said that? Who
You wanna
said
see-
that? I just want to know.
You want women to be beaten to death with bats? You sicko? You
Whoa,
sick fuck?
Shakesaurus. That's a little problematic.
Whoa, shake
I know I'm like usually on chat's side, but I don't know about that one.
Mm-mm.
Oh, hi Claire, hi.
Whenever a new person enters chat, you can talk about how your family still owes you $100, and then they will donate $100 infinite money glitch. This does rely on goodwill.
I hope that Soup deserves this.
Mm-hmm. We are accepting donations. Her thumbs are on the long side. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll fix that.
I wasn't sure whether or not you'd want me to point it out since you are live streaming.
Well, no, we're accepting criticism. It's
Okay. I don't want to beat women with bats. Being beaten with a bat, though, that's a different story. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to kink shame. I'm just here to kink inquire why.
a kink inquiry.
Point kink inquiry. Luparis, you too.
Earlier yesterday, I saw art of a woman whose tits were so big, and it was depicting her like moving her boobs behind her to make it look like a huge ass. And I was looking at that and going, what the absolute fuck is this? And as I was describing it, one of the people in call felt like they were being targeted and or like judged, and I had to look at them and go, buddy, I promise you, it's okay. If you like this, that's fine. I need to look at, I also need to express how this art makes me feel, though.
Aww.
Good to know that there's still art that can confuse soup. Yeah, it's a lot of art that can do that. I like stay in my lane. I guess rather I actively don't stay in my lane.
You don't stay in your lane. You put the art under a microscope and you study it and you try to understand what is beyond you.
I look at porn and people's fetishes like it's the Discovery Channel.
I do gotta point out, this is like such an ace thing to do. I know multiple ace people who are really fascinated with fetishes as a concept and are just like, but why? I need to understand.
Yeah. I can attest to this. There's so many things where I'm like, okay, but, like, why though? Like, and then I'll research it for like 3 hours, and I'm like, I think I understand now.
The Wikipedia deep dive.
And then someone looks at my search history, and it's like, oh god!
To be fair, I also find study of kinks and fetishes fascinating. My hottest take, I don't actually know if it's a hot take because I don't talk about this subject a whole lot, but like, my hot take is that if like foot fetishes and armpit fetishes and whatever are considered fetishes, which they are very much so, then boobs and butt are also fetishes that are just so mainstream that people don't consider them as such. Like, if a part of the body that is not explicitly the sexual organ, like, sexually attractive, that's a fetish. And, like, boobs are not necessary or have any part in the sexual process. Like, so, like, that counts. That's a fetish. It's just that, like, it's such a commonplace one, and so many people have that we don't label it as a fetish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, alright. No, Chad agrees with me. That's why I said I don't know if it's a hot take. It's because I don't really get to discuss this with a lot of people, but I've always thought this. Only real normies would consider that a hot take. I feel like I'm in a weird position where normies would certainly consider me weird for my sexual preferences, but the spaces in which I hang out with would consider me extremely vanilla. It's old-ass evolutionary. What's it to make sure the mother has good breast milk? Well, boobs are used for feeding babies, yes, but they are not used in the actual act of reproduction or having sex. Like,
they can
like,
be attractive, but sexually attractive and attractive are different.
That's, yeah, like, looking at someone with big titties and being like, I want to fuck them. Like, that's not, you know? I was gonna say Lamau same, but not anymore. I'm now part of the Freak Squad. Congratulations on discovering whatever it is you discovered about yourself that you're into.
Welcome to the club! Yay!
I'm normal. Sorry, gang. I'm normal.
Yeah, Soup's awesome and normal.
I don't think most people consider being ace normal in any flavor.
They should be shot with lasers.
I mean, I guess I see normal as a bad thing, but like...
That's true.
Missionary is the only non-kink sex, everything else is a fetish. In that case, if only one thing is non-kink, I guess, right? If, like, only one thing is considered non-kink, though, why even call everything else kink? It would be... There's, like, no purpose other than to differentiate, like, just call that one thing missionary, right? What's
See,
the
the
point
thing
in
is-
making a category that's only got one item in it? That's not like even a category anymore.
It's because they want to shame other people.
I guess.
And-
Like
and
yeah, that's the
control how
real
they-
reason, but now I'm thinking about how dumb that is.
You're so right, missionary is the only kink, everything else is just sex.
Now this I can
This-
get behind.
Yeah.
The qualification for joining the Freak Squad is seeing the video with the Beyblade and the grape and being able to see the vision. Can you send me the link so I know if I'm part of the Freak?
So when you
Almond's looking it up immediately.
when you asked that question about whether or not Freg Durst was the Beyblade or the grape, you like had a real thing. I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. Okay.
Grape Beyblade Vor? I highly doubt that Vor is what I'm gonna see in this video.
Well, there can be all kinds of more, so like maybe.
Yeah, someone send us the video. I gotta know what this is about.
Oh,
Giving your reaction, I'm gonna guess that's a yes.
I found it.
You found it? Can I watch? Let me see.
Yeah, and explain it to me in gross detail, because I won't be turning it on stream.
Oh, wait! I guess you could call that Vor, yeah! Wait, okay.
What happened?
Send that to Soup Almond.
I will.
Oh, good. Rainbow Phase was able to post a link without getting killed. Oh, it's because you put a space in there. You smart little rules breaker.
I think they're also like, I think they're also just like a VIP, right?
VIPs can't post links.
Hmm.
Oh, this is awful. It's not an actual grape, it's a toy. It's a sticky grape toy.
Alright, let's see here. Huh.
Alright, you know what? I would, in fact, qualify that as Vor. Oh, you can post links. Oh, my power.
Are you not a mod, Kendaru?
No, I am a moderator, but I'm a VIP in Surprise Round chat.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what'd you say, Element?
I said, I guess I see the vision.
I think I see... I personally see Toxic Yuri?
Hold on, I gotta see it again.
Let me clarify, you don't need to be into it, you just gotta have eyes to see.
Oh, well then yeah, I see it.
I mean, I completely see how someone could be into this. Yeah. Is it weird that my first instinct when seeing this was trying to figure out which Beyblade that is? I think that qualifies you for the Freak Club.
/ positive. Everyone has to know this is all / positive.
It's / neutral.
It's / positive for me.
Alright.
Yeah, no, something, feel free to be like a freak in my chat until it's a bad thing, at which point I will shoot you. Have fun
Cool.
trying to find the line.
Alright. More updates on Kendaru's life, because I know that's what you all came to the Soup Steambot stream for.
For sure.
I have been watching the Jello playthrough of Danganronpa. It's my first exposure to Danganronpa, or like seeing the games. I knew what it was, obviously. Oi! It's so much worse than I thought. I mean, I thought that it was something I was not interested in, but only because I was like, oh yeah, it's like got gore, and I hear it's kind of janky and not very good. Boy, it's just awful.
Yeah?
It's like really bad. Danganronpa's a terrible game for terrible people.
It inspired Paradise Killer. Smile.
Paradise Killer took literally the only good things about Danganronpa, which was the walking around and like the paper book pop-up style of the artwork and was like, okay, but what if we smoothed it out, made the gameplays functional, and then like took the cool art style and then made an actually awesome game with a good mystery and not stupid and full of underage porn anime bullshit. It inspired of the devil? I don't see the I guess the art style maybe.
I raise my hand and I go, it is the fact that they say it's inspired of the devil is like the only part that makes me worried about that game.
That's really funny.
I don't know. I think I had fun playing. I never beat Danganronpa 1. I think I got as far as how far are you in the game, Kentaru?
We are still in case 1. I just started watching the very first class trial.
All right, what's the Kentaru, what's the case in Phoenix Wright that it's first Phoenix Wright game, that's the movie Samurai Steel Samurai case? That's case 3.
I don't know the name of it, but I know the one you're talking about.
That's case 3, right?
No,
Chat says yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, so...
yes, it's case 3.
So, Danganronpa has a thing in it where they'll, that fans will be like, the case 3 of Danganronpa games kind of all share a really similar theme, and people kind of hate all of them. And I think that's as far as I got into the franchise. I kind of thought that the solving the puzzles part were fun, and I liked a lot of the characters. The general problem, and why I couldn't stick with it, is that it was like, okay, I do like these characters. I like talking with them. It's the social link mechanics of this game are really silly, and I am enjoying my time. The entire point of this game is to make you feel that way, so that you can feel like shit when they get killed, and or become a killer.
I don't... Yeah, that's fair. I don't like any of these bitches. The white-haired one is, like, my favorite character. But, like, I'm also annoyed at her, because she clearly already knows what's going on and just won't say it for the sake of gameplay.
So...
I really don't like anyone in Danganronpa 1.
I put a hand on your shoulder, and I guess a hand on everyone else's shoulder, and I go, no matter what, through thick and thin, I will always support the Danganronpa character that is the Byakuya Togami archetype.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
He's like the rich boy piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, there was yeah, him. He's the one that was voiced by Aram, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, he's also acceptable.
He is...
Because his general attitude is, I hate all of you. I don't want to participate. And, like, I don't like him because he's immediately like, I'm gonna go off and investigate on my own. Immediately after being told that this is dangerous and people could get killed, and it's like, well, are you an idiot? And the answer is yes. They're all idiots.
I love him. I love him so much. I love him so much. And so did the writers, because in every game there's a guy that serves his purpose of being like the guy, like, for what, so like, there's like the character in the game that's like your quote-unquote friendly detective buddy, and then there is the Byakuya Togami, who is the piece of shit detective buddy, who I guess, who will look at you and go, who will slap you upside the head and go, alright, idiot, solve this, we both know what the problem is, now you say it, though. I don't need to explain myself, you can tell it for me. It's like, I don't know, I love him. And I love all variants of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair. If Aram voices them, I'm immediately on board. Having the people voice these characters really does help get through them.
Him being voiced by Aram makes a lot of sense. Byakuya Togami is essentially just Mr. Aramnes as a 16-year-old.
They are doing a running bit that he is literally young Mr. Aramnes, that this was his childhood.
Uh-huh, that makes a lot of sense. But imagine if Byakuya was a lesbian. I don't think they did that. I don't think they ever did that, but I guess that'd be awesome. There's like a Danganronpa fan game that came out recently that I have a friend.
Oh, is it the real life person's one?
No, a friend walked up to me and was like, "Soup, you gotta check this out. It's a Danganronpa fan game. I really like it." And I looked at it and I went,
What is it called?
I don't know what it's called. I don't remember.
Is it? Okay, never mind. I don't know what all means.
The only reason I ask is because there's a Danganronpa fan game that I hate, and I'm like, I hope it isn't that one.
It just came out.
Okay, then it's not that one. I'm gonna lay down. Have fun, guys.
Okay, go lay down.
Danganronpa fan game. It got immediately very popular. Can I find it? It's gotten to the point where a guy who's never touched it, and barely touched Danganronpa in general, because I kinda hated the general, like, consensus of the franchise being get to learn these wacky characters and then have them die at the end, no matter what. I have learned about this one just because people really love it, and people in my friend group really love it. Project Eden's Garden was what it's called. I looked at that one, and if they do what Danganronpa 2 does, I'll just like it more immediately, because Danganronpa 2 is the game that is not the core conceit of Danganronpa that I hate, which is make you feel miserable. That game does look at you and go, but hope though. So if they do anything like that in this game, I'll like be fine. And considering what my friends have talked about it, it already sounds like it's better than most Danganronpa games.
I was gonna, like, literally, you could say nothing other than, well, here's a Danganronpa fan game, and I would immediately genuinely assume that it's probably better than all real Danganronpa games. From what I have seen. Of one case. Of one game.
Immediate instant positive for me is that all of the characters have different body types, women included.
God, yeah. Wow. That's an amazing sign. I just... Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna watch to the end of at least the first Danganronpa. So far, it is not instilling any level of confidence.
Just let me know what you think of Byakuya as you go through the game, because he's like the only fuck I actually care about.
That's fair. I like the white-haired bitch. Well, she's like purple-haired in the cutscenes, whatever.
Yeah, white hair, purple hair girl. She's also good. I can give her a thumbs up.
That's the only bitch I care about.
In general, I look at that game and I go, I just don't think that that's a Kendaru game, even if it's like a mystery.
Yeah. I mean, I assumed that. That's why I was never gonna play it, but like Jello's voicing through it. So instead of playing it, I can simply watch someone else yell at it and be mad at it, and that's the exact experience that I want to have.
Ultimate Pro Gamer is a choice. Yes, there is a yes, in Project Eden, one of the Danganronpa contestants is the Ultimate Gamer.
Uh-huh. Wouldn't it be nice if that bare minimum of body types wasn't noticeable? Yeah, sure would be.
Sure would be.
I would love that, to stop being a feature that could be advertised anywhere.
I
Same thing with, like, women protagonists and, like, people of color.
I'd like to
You
say
get
I'm working on it, but I think I've kind of gone in the reverse where people look at me and go, "No, Soup, you're only known for big women."
You're known for big women, but you still have characters with other body types. Also, it's fine. You're making up for the lack of big women.
Also, oh, I just looking at this game, Monokuma's not in it. That's probably a plus.
Oh. Yeah?
Something. Chad, is it okay if I talk about spoilers for this game? Because I think the first case is really funny, or at least the who gets killed in the first case is really funny.
For Project Eden?
Yeah.
Let's wait for chat's decision on that. I call my transition making up for the lack of big women. Good job, Azel.
That's what I say that about a lot of my friends. Fire away. Okay. Yeah, so the first person to die in the game is the ultimate lawyer.
That's okay, that is very funny.
It's the ultimate lawyer, and like they make him as like the guy that is, how do I put this? They pitch him as the guy that's obviously, if this was a real Danganronpa game, the main character. But then he like gets gets his ass beat, and the reason like and the character that we play as is the ultimate debater, and everyone inherently doesn't trust and hates him. So the first case of this game is trying to look at everyone and go, "I'm not the fucking killer. Here's why I'm not the fucking killer," and that's the only reason he's like invested in solving the case.
That's funny.
Because everyone else is kind of normal, and he's like the only one that's like a cunt.
That's extremely funny.
Something. There's the character in that game that it poses as like your buddy for the adventure is the ultimate liar, and she's like, listen, everyone else is gonna hate us just because of what our like professions are. Let's team up and make sure we get out of this together. And then she turns out to be the killer.
That's so fucking funny. That's awesome.
She turns
out... no, already more creative than the concept. Yep, they are utilizing the promise of the premise.
Promises that she turns out to be the killer, and her reasoning for it is like, well, I kind of figured I'd be damned if I do, damned if I don't. And I figured I figured eventually someone would just try to kill me anyway because no one here likes me. So I figured I might as well kick it off instead of wait for someone else to do me in.
Damn, that is fun. Yeah, this is good. This is good.
You know, I like that. I liked the explanation that I heard. I liked hearing the case and the puzzles about it. I might look at it someday, even though I don't fuck with Danganronpa. Awesome.
I'll always look at silly little mysteries with you, Soup.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you. Speaking of silly little mystery games, Chad, I kept playing that mystery game that I try not to say the name of because it clearly is a love letter, but is bad on a technical standpoint. One of the updates that they plan to do for the game is a better translation because the game is natively Italian, and I kind of get it. Because I solved a case in that game without figuring out why the person did what they did, and I walked up to them, and they were like, "So, you figured me out. What will you do now? The winner, history is written by the victors." And it's like, I guess I'll call the mayor. And we sit there for, like, a couple, like, dialogue boxes figuring out what we're gonna do about the person, as they never explain why they actually did it. And then they're like, you know, that was really stressful for me. I need you to leave my house. After they did something that kind of makes me feel like they should have gone to jail for, but they just, like, took away the weapon that they used.
Okay.
I went around and went, what the fuck happened here? Why'd they do that? We never know. We weren't told why they did that. And I looked it up to try to figure out what happened, and I just saw a bunch of Steam threads on it being like, maybe it was because that person touched their stuff and they didn't want them to see what was in there. Do we ever get to know what was in there? No. What happened?
Okay, yeah, that sucks.
A bit of more research is like, oh, they're like a war veteran and they have PTSD, so maybe that's why they did that. And I look at that and I go, they never fucking say that in the game. They never tell us what the reason was in the game. I'm so confused. Maybe that's in the Italian translation, or the original like Italian version, and the English translation just sucks that bad. Either way, I kind of hope they fix that eventually.
Oh, that sucks. Having like almost no answers for a mystery, especially not like an explanation for why they did what they did. Mm-hmm. Sure would be a shame if that were in another game, like maybe New Ice York.
No, that game's perfect. It's not about the destination. It's about the ride. I would love for New Ice York to have a real ending, but I still love it for everything else that it does.
Also, Azel says, I'll give Danganronpa this. Sayaka playing Makoto for a complete fool would have been fun in a game with writing. First of all, you're not giving Danganronpa that. They didn't do that, so you're not giving them anything. You're just stating an interesting hypothetical, which also was my hope. I told Almond, I was like, okay, this is not what I think is gonna happen, but what I hope would happen, that I could most see happening in this game, is actually... Is this bitch, like, playing us for a fool? Because there are some weird lead-up things that I don't know about yet, where she's just like, hey, take this conspicuous gold sword that leaves gold dust everywhere, and that looks great. It would look great in your room. You should put it in your room for no reason. And we're like, okay. And then we do that, and, like, it's clearly gonna have... It like, matters to the murder. And I thought... maybe she was setting us up or something. I guess your hope peaked. Get out of here. It did, though.
Oh, wait, have you finished the second?
Have you finished the second VOD? No, not yet. No, I'm halfway through the second VOD. I stopped watching to come be here.
Uh-huh. They were so kind for that.
Ignore me then? Yeah, I will. No worries.
Chad, is there anything else that you want me to add to the TV? Or is it, like can I, like, play Steambot Chronicles? Oh, I guess before I start playing Steambot Chronicles, I said it last stream, but I'll keep saying it, in the hopes that someone, bites. One, in general, if you have any money, and you want to see me succeed in life and get out of my shitty house situation, feel free to donate. Every bit helps, and it's greatly appreciated. The donation goal currently says $700. That's mostly a joke, and I'll fix it later. But, like, any bit helps. And secondly, if you want to donate but feel like you want something out of it, my Patreon now delivers content to people.
Yeah, I haven't watched the podcast yet, but I am going to.
I'm
excited.
Yeah, I do a podcast with some of my friends, where we talk about Wes Anderson films, starting from the first to the last one episode every month, because I noticed that there are exactly 12 Wes Anderson films. Technically, there's a 13th one on the way. I'll figure out what to do when that happens. But yeah, no, for the course of the month, I'll just be doing podcasts on my Patreon. If you want to look at those, it's like $3, like $3.50 a month.
Mm-hmm. Not to interrupt Soup's pitch, Azel says, "Wow, rude to me. Kendar hates me real. You said ignore me then, and I said okay." You asked.
It's so sad that Kidoru hates my viewers. Oh, why can't we all just get along?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Almost drew a KKK guy for a second, as like an instinct.
Soup?
What?
Soup!
What?
What do you mean as an instinct?
As like hearing that song, it made me want to draw a guy in a KKK outfit.
Oh my god.
It's like funny. I'm black. It's okay. Also, chat. I'm black. I'm black. I can do it. It's okay. Not a real white woman. Not a real BBW. In fact, just a black guy. It's okay. I can get away with this.
In fair, I forgot about your favorite video, TM. I thought just unprompted you were saying I was gonna do like a little warm-up doodle and almost started drawing a KKK guy.
Mm-hmm.
As if this is something you draw regularly.
I think for my warm-up doodles, I typically just don't do warm-up doodles, actually. I'm just kind of I just kind of smash my head against a wall until I make something happen.
Oh, I got you, Claire. It's also, I think you can scroll down. Yeah. Yes, chat, if you want to donate, you can just scroll down. And there's a big picture of Ava in a box, and it says spare change, and... oh, wait, no, this is Stream Elements. I thought this went to your Ko-fi.
No, it goes to my Stream Elements. At some point, Ko-fi bot stopped working and I didn't know how to fix it, so I kind of, gave up.
Oh.
Maybe I should, adjust that link so that it does, a link, a split, go here or here for donations thing at some point. But that also will be when I, fix Ko-fi bot to operate again on my channel.
I don't think you want to go through Stream Elements, because that's gonna, isn't it part of Twitch that, eats a lot of donations?
I mean, so does Ko-fi, right?
No. Ko-fi doesn't... Ko-fi is connected to PayPal. Ko-fi itself takes nothing. PayPal does take a cut. So Ko-fi just takes the same amount as straight up a PayPal donation. But Twitch takes an additional big cut.
I didn't realize Stream Elements was connected.
I don't know if it is. I know that if you... Here, let me look it up.
Thinking emoji. Big shame if true. I'll have to figure out how to hook up Ko-fi donations to alerts.
Okay, no, Google says Stream Elements does not take a cut, but PayPal does. Alright, so it's not the same as, buying subs or bits? I think bits is the one that is, oh, you can donate this many bits, but like, if you pay $5 for the bits, then the streamer gets like 2.
Subs and bits do take a cut. And it is a little harder for me. It'll be like, and you guys should subscribe to the channel so that I can have 2 of the $5 you give me. But also
Yeah.
it like makes it so I can show off silly emotes and give you guys emotes. So if you're like that dedicated to the cause, it's like fun and nice. I guess it also makes my Twitch look better. And like if you gift sub, it can make people want to click in. So like there certainly is value to it, but not as much as just direct money, I suppose.
Yeah. Also, like, Twitch is evil, so
Yeah.
I'm of the mindset, give them as little as possible.
Yeah.
Doesn't Twitch take like 40 to 50%? Yeah, it's an insane cut.
It like gets better, I think, once you're like partner.
More popular, yes, because the rich get taxed less. You see how our system works?
Yeah. Anyone else see that image
built
go
off of
around?
bones of capitalism.
Anyone else see that image go around on Blue Sky that said like the world could be a better place? With that's like a really grainy image of a person holding a gun at a particular person of interest these days.
I haven't, but I want to now.
Uh-huh. It's a good image.
Awesome.
Oh fuck. Donations didn't even go off because my ass is like on the drawing page channel. Thank you, Rainbow Phase, for the $11. I toss coins at you, one at a time, one for each viewer. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, whoa, dollar coins. Those are a rarity.
I have some of those.
Oh, cool. We have one of them.
I used to have
And
like
we also have a $2 bill.
I used to have like a lot of dollar coins to the point where it would be like I would just like casually use them for currency. And I kind of feel like I'm at this point where it was like, maybe I should have saved those. Those are like, I didn't realize what I had until they're gone.
I don't think they're that valuable, but like, they are worth more than $1. How much is a $2 bill worth?
I can't say. You know, I just don't know. I just don't know.
I'm looking it up.
I can't
Wait.
Can't hear those are a rarity without remembering that one Miles is a Robot video. I can't hear the
That
word
is
rarity without
exactly-
thinking of horse lesbians.
No, the Miles is a Robot video is in fact referencing the horse lesbian. That is the vocal clip that was playing in my head when I said that, I will admit. Certain uncirculated $2 bills from 1995 could be worth $500. If you have a $2 bill from the 2003 Premium Federal Reserve set of 12, which means there's only 12 of them, you could get $700 or more. Most $2 bills in circulation are worth exactly that, $2, according to Yahoo Finance. Interesting.
Also, thank you, Shake, for the $11 supporting the creator of KFab, the best RSR character with the most lore and plot relevance. I really hate to... I don't know if it's ever made clear. I've had a lot of people ask me what went into the designing of KFab and how much influence I had on him. That was a guy that was just handed to me. Much like every other character I played in that game. They were simply handed to me. But I'm glad you liked my performance. You sold him very well, thank you. I think I had a lot of fun being Haymaker. That guy was handed to me, though I did sit in my room and, like, craft an entire backstory for him regardless. Or at least an entire, like, character, regardless.
Sometimes an OC becomes yours.
Mm-hmm.
I was handed a character for something once, and that OC just became mine.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you hand someone else an OC, and that's still your OC, no matter what they tell you. I look over it.
I mean, yeah.
I look over at DSR. I pick up Trip. He is in my brain all the time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go watch DSR.
One new DSR.
What I feel like. Which is the wrong answer, but the answer that is fun, I guess, to say.
Funnier answer.
Alright, chat. The BBW TV was on screen for too long. You don't get her anymore. Someone said lesbian. Oh, fuck! Okay, now I'm being alerted. The other one gonna happen? If I, like, switch real quick, will it happen? Oh, okay, we're fine. Someone said lesbian, so I'm putting the gay women on my screen again.
Yay!
Something, regardless of what, chat may believe, we mentioned Rarity. In case, fun fact, in some sick and twisted way, Wisteria and Beyond is me taking Applejack and Rarity and putting them together.
Which is awesome.
I had to make Wisteria a bit more farm girl coded in order to make this work. But after I did that, I think it increased her charm.
I will say, I think this picture that's on screen right now is my favorite drawing of them.
It's my favorite too. I'm desperately waiting for something else to be as perfect.
They're so cute. And the Kirby shirt adds so much because Kirby is there.
I love the Kirby shirt. I love the using her girlfriend as a body pillow and the other girlfriend using her girlfriend as a teddy bear.
Right? They're so cute. I love her ditto tummy face.
Yeah, her ditto tummy face. The way that she is holding on to the boob.
Very good.
As if to say, this is my pillow. This is mine.
It's so good. It's so good. You are lesbian's strongest warrior. You are the Let's Go Lesbians guy.
I like the new tuber too. She's very cute. Oh, this is Mariana. She's also her entire one of her main personality traits, which often get flanderized when I RP as her, is that she is also a Let's Go Lesbians girly. Was doing bits as her with my friend, where I had her just say in casual conversation, yeah, no, sometimes I just wake up in the middle of the night thinking about girls and how I need to save every one of them, and I run out into the street and get trampled by horses.
The urge to immediately donate for a Switch was strong. Do it. Feel the demons.
I already said it. I said it before, but I managed to set up a stream deck that I had, so now I can just casually switch between my PNG tubers at a press of a button, which kind of makes me want to lock in on one of them and give them funny variants so that they can emote with a press of a button.
Mm. Hazel mentioned earlier, I keep making jokes about, ooh, lesbians and ooh, toxic Yuri, but like all the ships that hold space in my brain right now have no women in it. Thank you for reminding me. I'm actually recording the Yaoi podcast literally tonight. Patrons expect to see it tonight.
Mm.
It's happening. I saw some extremely good Yaoi last night. A bunch of things happened last night. I finished playing the first case of Apollo Justice with Claire. It was her first time like seeing it, and then got off call and info dumped at Almond for like half an hour about a character who hasn't even shown up yet, and like my yaoi in that game. And then a friend showed some secret NSFW yaoi that they hadn't shared publicly that was really good. Then I was like, the stars are aligning. I'm being fueled by yaoi on all sides.
Are your Ace Attorney playthroughs like private now? By the way, I wanted to ask.
They're not like strict. We were doing it private last night because I was having a time.
Okay, that's fair. Something. And you are at the part of the game that like I'm spoiler. I'm like spoilered. I've played. So like if you ever
you're
want,
welcome to.
if you ever want an extra funny freak to do funny voices with, I'll be around.
Yeah, like Claire said, you're super open to join. I was just not feeling up to having more people
That's
last
fair.
night.
Sorry, it might be time to start locking in Soup. I assume that means playing the game. Before that happens, I want to share more Yuri, and also respond to the point of like, there's like no Yuri ships in my brain that hold any space. This is true for me. I'm also a yaoi head when it comes to media that I look at. This is why there's only lesbians. Why there's only lesbians when I write romance. Because I need to make the ones I'm obsessed with.
Yeah, which is like awesome of you. You're like, there's already good yaoi. I need to make the Yuri. Gotta cook.
Anyway, here's art of my OC with her girlfriend. In captions. This is like a doomed Yuri pick because they're currently not together in the timeline of me playing.
It's an alternate timeline.
Alternate timeline where things are awesome and epic, and she's like thinking about this in her brain passively. Is her girlfriend also your OC? Yes.
My son and his brother. Isn't he also your son? Why didn't you call him that? I don't like him.
I love both of them. The problem is that I'm only playing one of them in the D&D game.
He made an OC and handed it to the DM.
I didn't even do that. It's just like I made an OC and I wrote her backstory and I looked at her backstory and went, wow, this is really similar to a different OC I already made. It's just that one of them is like a lot more happier with their life and the other one isn't. I could do Doomed Yuri with this and just say that they knew each other before everything went bad.
Awesome. I'm scrolling up a bit just to read out. By the way, if the yaoi list has Keyfree and Ulrugyo from Witch Hat Atelier, that goes in S tier. I don't make the rules. I'm not far enough in Witch Hat Atelier to be into that, like to have a ship, though I have been told that they are yaoi, which is awesome, and that's a very good series. I just need to get further into it.
For Kandaru's Yuri podcast, which I'll make sure is inevitable, I'll be making her look through all the Yuri-ful things that I do know about.
Okay.
Which mostly amounts to me being like, it's time for me to watch She-Ra, the Princess of Power again.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it together.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch all of season 1 of that show. So, like, it's not like most things that we watch together where I've seen an episode or two and dropped off.
Alright, that's fair. Well, I haven't made you watch the things where you saw an episode and dropped off yet. You still have an owl to house.
That's true.
I feel
I'll maybe Owl House. You're wearing me down.
I feel more confident in the fact that you will have a better time with Owl House after I talked about the other gay moments of that show and you were like, wow, that does sound awesome.
Uh-huh.
Good lord, I come in on stream and see this and start foaming at the mouth. Yeah, haha. You know how it'd be with gay women, I guess.
Soup makes such awesome and fucking cool and great and awesome lesbians.
I really like Rose and Wesley. They're fun. I really like their story. In a better world where I have more time and money and effort, I would like make a Yuri webcomic about them.
In a better world where you had infinite money and time, you could just make Yuri content all the time.
Yeah.
And then the world would be full of good Yuri. Oh, that would be awesome. There needs to be more good Yuri.
I still need to fucking read that thing we talked about last time. The Green Yuri book. The Green Book?
Mm-hmm.
Green Book?
No, Soup, focus. No,
Yeah,
come back.
that's Yaoi.
Green Book but Yuri?
I still need to make people watch Green Book. Some people will say I'm fucking out of my gourd insane when I say Green Book is yaoi, and I go, that's fine. But also, the end of the movie does have the line where he's like, thanks for sharing your husband with me.
Wow.
And also one of the two characters is a gay guy, and the guy who says that is a gay guy in the show. So it's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Awesome. I am gonna use the restroom and get my charger for my computer, and then I will be back, and then maybe we can Steambot.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds good.
Alright, be right back.
Bye. Are you ready, chat heads? Let me... God damn. Hour and 13 minutes of preamble. My bad. My bad, but I'm sure you love it. Pikuniku OST. With the Green Book with the black man touring the segregated South with the white New York guy as a personal valet. Of course, that's Yaoi. Are you insane? Okay, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Listen, a lot of my friends think I'm demented for a lot of different reasons. Calling Green Book yaoi is one of them, and I kind of have to, like, be okay with that. The one thing that people do look at me and go, you're insane for that, and still think, it's like that, you're insane for that yaoi, is Fight Club. I will die on the hill that Fight Club is just intentionally toxic yaoi, and you can't convince me otherwise. There's just too many scenes in that movie for it to be not intentional. It's also, I don't know, it's like also like, I don't know, it's more fun for me when I look at things and think that they're like gay.
I'm back.
Hi.
Yeah.
That's fresh booze.
It's true. If you there's yaoi everywhere for those with eyes to see. And living life that way is better.
Homoeroticism is intentional, but it's part of the critique of hyper-masculinity rather than being actual gay.
I hope you enjoy it.
Maybe.
Chronicles.
That's also fair. I just know that the guy who made Fight Club already made a lot of yaoi and like Men Love Men media before Fight Club, so it's way easier for me to believe that being somewhat intentional.
Wow. Steambot Chronicles.
Steambot Chronicles.
A relaxing, non-linear adventure. Steambot Chronicles.
Steambot Chronicles.
Of Green Book, I see clips of that movie and assume they just start making out because that's the vibe. I really love that film because, like, I love that film a lot because a lot of it is just like, it's like wholesome to watch that film because it is just like a black guy and a like a New York Italian man learning that things can be okay. So, and like a lot of it's just the Italian guy looking at him and being like, you know what? Maybe I am a little racist. This guy's okay.
Maybe I am a little racist.
Like there's like several parts in the movie. Like there's parts in the movie where he has to walk up to him and he has to be like, "Hey, just so you know, I think it's fine that you're a gay guy." Or he becomes more accepting of his cool black friend throughout the movie, and like he like defends him from racism and shit. And like it's like really good. It's like a really good movie, and it also is based on like a real story.
That's nice. That sounds like a nice movie.
Mm-hmm.
No, my gum. It fell through the cracks of the couch.
I had to watch Green Book for
It's
like
okay.
2 times in the same music class for some reason, but it was a really good movie, so I didn't really mind. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a movie about music too.
I think Moriyawi comes from unintentional sexual tension rather than intentional sexual tension. Definitely true. It's about the repression.
Mm-hmm.
This is why my favorite flavor of yaoi, or a good yuri too, but like it's more commonly found in yaoi, where it's like extremely gay guy who just does not fucking want to admit that he's gay.
Goro Akechi.
Yeah. Correct. Yes. He's gonna be in the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's I agree that like tension and all that is very good. I just like pat myself on the shoulder whenever it's on screen because then people have a harder time actually arguing about whether it's like fake or not or like intentional or not.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing today, Kandaru?
We got are we allowed to go fix the tunnel? We can roam freely, yes?
Yeah. I think we have to do something else before.
Right, we have to beat the UTC tournament, which is the mainline quest. I believe that is what's next on the docket.
Oh, but also if we can free roam, then we can, like, do a bunch of the other stuff that we didn't get to do yet because of the lock, right?
Yeah, although some of it turns out that because I fucked up, so some of it's locked off, but yes.
Locked off like we can't do it anymore, or?
Like the one guy we didn't talk to.
The food guy?
His name was Jackie's or something.
Mm-hmm.
Joaquin.
Well, I'm still gonna try to find him and see if we can, because...
What?
So what happened... So I do remember talking to Joaquin a few times, but that was all in, like, other playthroughs, and I, like, never, like, got back to him, because I didn't know what to do next, but he was like, I need you to find me a dish so I can pick up pretty women, and I went, haha, okay, Joaquin.
Let me get a guide thing open, because I didn't do any prep work for this, because I have been having a week.
Dude, it's okay. I was 5 minutes done with work before I got into this.
So, Goro Akechi will appear on the podcast.
That's right.
Podcast includes P5 Yaoi. Where can one find this podcast? It will be on my Patreon tonight.
Fuck yeah, dude. I really want to do... I know that the whole point of Journey to the West is to do one every month, but I really want to get to Rushmore.
You can, like, stockpile them ahead of time and then release one every month.
I think it'll be more enriching for me to do one every month and, you know, just, like, as, like, a, you know, go through the timeline. And, like, I also am commissioning my friend to draw our characters doing frames from the Wes Anderson films, so I probably should just be a bit more responsible about it.
Aww. That's a really good thumbnail.
It is. I love the behind the scenes fun fact that the boys did not know that they would be using real guns, and that kind of might be why they looked so upset when they were using the guns. I talk about it on the podcast, but the other fun fact I really like is that because this was the first time Wes Anderson and Owen Wilson ever got, like, any real money, and they were, like, getting paid $700 a day to be working on, like, any part of the film, a lot of the crew kind of thinks that they were, like, dragging their feet on the production side, just so that they could keep making more money, just fucking around, because they were, like, they were just, like, fresh out of college adults, which, who were, like, very broken poor before that point. The only problem, get that bag, sure. The actual problem with them doing that was that they were the only people getting paid to do nothing, and that the rest of the film, which was primarily their friends and family, would not be paid until until it got to the, like, theater. Also, the fact that that Bottle Rocket is, like, a film that is made entirely out of people that they knew in their hometown from, like, a small diner that they would visit is, like, kind of really charming and cute to me. It was, like, really weird for me to find out all that stuff about Wes Anderson and be like, whoa, What do you mean this guy's origin story is like a really, like, inspiring underdog story? That's weird. I didn't think that's where this all began, but I guess it did. Where? Fucking hate the desert, bro. I miss the desert of death every day.
You're here, though. Oh, right, not the actual desert of death.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Oh! My favorite part of the podcast was how much you guys were reading into Dignan. He's the best character. I love Dignan. It's a lot. It's really easy to look at Dignan like he's the main character, to me at least. Rainbow Phase, I gotta know, did you watch Bottle Rocket after the podcast or before already saw it? Oh, you haven't seen the film. Okay. Dignan's such a boy. Love that guy. The line, did anyone ever stop to think that maybe Dignan would want to be sent to a mental institute? No, no one ever thinks about good old Dignan. This is a quote from Dignan.
So you're looking for Joachim right now?
I'm trying to get back to Nephroberg, but don't know how to leave the desert. Gonna watch it at work, but I need to do Clerks first. Good idea. It's always important to clerk in. Also with the methodology of the best way to make a podcast is to come up with a good name. Despite everything, I do not think that Clerking It with the Boys would be a good podcast name. Nor do I... And if I did do a Clerks podcast, it would have to be something akin to, to Death Do Us a Blart, where we just keep watching Clerks over and over again.
I think that's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Actually, they're both soup recommendations. You choose which one I watch first. I don't know, I think Clerks is a more... I think I genuinely... Both of those films are on the same wavelength of, kind of trashy, kind of good films. I think Clerks has a better message than Bottle Rocket. Or at least a clearer way of saying its message. So I would go with that one first. But both of those films are just guys being dudes, which, as I've discovered, is kind of all we kind of need to have soup like a piece of media.
Which is really funny, considering that's just not your behavior at all.
Yeah.
You are a guy, but, you do not act like just guys being dudes, style.
Yeah.
But you are really, really enamored with any guy whose personality is just a dude.
Uh-huh. It is not a thing, because, the guys being dudes mentality is one I kind of think, makes people bad quite often.
Uh-huh.
But, what the movies I watch like to do, at least some of them are these guys are being dudes and that's a bad thing and we're talking about toxic masculinity. and like hyper masculinity or things like that. And some of them are, this is a movie about guys being dudes, and like, sure, they're bad people, but like, you know, watch them anyway. Maybe you'll find some hint of a redeemable personality in it. And or them being a bad person is like kind of the problem.
Uh-huh.
I really like Clerks as a story, and I really like the message it has, and I really like the way they present it all, and a lot of it comes from the fact that the protagonist, Dante, is a flawed human being.
Mm-hmm.
Like a deeply flawed guy. Whereas I think when Wes Anderson films do this is a story about a flawed human being, especially the first three, it kind of comes off like, all right, maybe this is a bit too much. I can't tell if this is a part of their character you actually are trying to critique or not, and it makes me feel insane when I watch them do this.
Uh-huh.
Did I tell you about the scene, Kindaru, in Bottle Rocket, where the main protagonist...
I was just like, I was gonna preempt you and be like, is this about the stepsister?
No. This is about Anthony Bottle Rocket. Bottle Rocket's like a heist movie, kind of. It's kind of like nothing, but it's like, it kind of is a heist movie, I guess. Where after the boys rob a bookstore, for like $700, they run away to a motel, at which point Anthony falls in love with one of the workers there.
Oh.
And like, my good friend Austin did a very good analysis of it as to why it's still creepy, but this is what they were probably going for. But like, when I first watched the film, all I could take away from it was the fact that he followed her around the entire time. He only could understand English, not speak it. He would just kind of follow her around and help her clean up the place. And like, and he's like, you know, I think people who just think they can do whatever they want to their motel rooms are real pieces of shit. And he's like, comes off as him just trying to like, you know, butter her up. And like, they just start hanging out as he helps her. And there's a scene where they're in the back room of the motel, and she's like doing their laundry, and he sees that she has a little necklace, and he's like, "Hey, what's that? Does it open?" And she opens up the locket, and it's a picture of a little girl, and he goes, "Oh, is that you? You know, you look really young. Is you as a kid?" And she goes, "This is my sister." And he goes, "Wow, you know, she would look just like, before he says, can I have it?" And she goes, "This is my sister." And he goes, "Wow, you know, she looks just like you if you were a kid. Can I have it anyway?" And then he just pockets it.
Yeah. No. Sorry, I muted because I had to sneeze. Yes, you have told me about this scene. Not in that much detail, but just the fact that the wow, your sister looks just like you. Can I have this picture?
I have it anyway. Like, dude. Fuck, I ran out oncoming traffic again. Silly boy.
Silly half-naked cook.
I actually do like Clerks too. I don't usually like everyone in shitty stories, but that's like a whole point, but it's really good. Haven't seen Clerks 2. Only seen the first couple episodes of the Clerks animated series and the original. Want to get into the rest of it at some point, but it'll take some time. I have recently become more free as I'm a little bit out of hell, but like, we'll see. We'll see how much hell comes back to haunt me.
You climbed out of like one of the 7 layers.
Unlike my favorite guy, V1, who wants to go deeper into hell.
Oh. No, I won't put Gabriel in V1 as a Yaoi
It's
in
if
the
only because V1 is technically it's not even is non-binary.
I'm of the opinion that you are allowed to call a ship Yaoi if there's non-binary characters in it.
Fair.
Because I fucking see people throw those terms out for a lot of different reasons. Like, if we can call Morgan and Emra girl Yaoi, then we can do whatever.
Sure.
That's not, no, my reasoning for, I guess I won't put that in the podcast, is because while Gabriel is definitely very Yaoi-ful, and it's a big, major part of his story, in fact, and, like, had a profound impact on me, which you can watch happen live on Supper Soup's VODs right here on Twitch. I would not say that the game implies any sort of reciprocation, which is, like, less yaoi and more, he's just gay. This is just a gay person.
V1 just wants to be Grillin.
V1 just wants his sippy sip.
Yeah.
Their sippy sip of tasty.
Man,
They want their juice box, and juice box happens to be flesh.
I hope the ending of that game is perfect.
Yeah, me too.
I need to get my kick, man. When I turned on that game a couple months back when they got the fucking last update, and I was just going around through that big white tower, and the whole purpose of it was a big white tower that you can smear blood all over. I was like ascending. I was like the happiest little guy.
Aw. I'm of the opinion you can call any ship yaoi as long as you are its captain. Banned. Banned from chat.
The SS Yaoi.
Okay, but actually, a guy who is a captain of a ship and just names it yaoi, that's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. I guess Gabriel, or however you call the ship name between Gabriel and V1, is like the perfect example of why, for me, a ship really does just need to have one guy that really doesn't want to admit that he's gay, and like that's the foundation of the ship. Because like it does not even matter what V1's part in it is. I don't care if that creature reciprocates. I don't think it does. I think they want their juice box. But like that's not the point. That's not the part that gets me.
Is that Pablo? It is Pablo.
Pablo! Our best friend! Our favorite side quest!
He certainly is. I will do everything to make sure that one is seen to the end.
Yeah, no, if we fuck up that side quest, we have to start back over. Like, as far back as we need to.
Also, once we also have the float device, so there's technically another side quest we could start.
The float device?
Yeah, the float device to let us go in water.
You mean getting the ship license?
Yeah, no, I mean, that small town across the water that we can't get to.
Oh, yeah! Oh, we should start that side quest. You should do that. You're better at remembering these things than me.
Hee-hoo. You're still a tremendous help. A true playa swimmer.
What?
We got our new role is true playa swimmer.
That's... okay.
Alright, now it's like daytime out, so I think Jacuz could probably be somewhere in town. I kinda remember him being one of the blue shirt, pasty blonde boys. Yeah, this is robust Max, not at all like awesome Jacuz. Ryu doesn't feel good. I wonder how he feels.
Get out of here, robust Max. We don't need you in your hunkish ways.
Haven't you seen you around before? Michael the kind guy. My name's Michael, and if you have any questions about town, feel free to ask me.
And I thought you were gonna say his name. It's Michael, the kind guy. Hello, my name's Michael, the kind guy.
One needs to stay calm in situations that arise. That's so true, Queen. Woman who looks good in pink.
That's me.
That's Kendaru. Kendaru, I'm still really enamored at you coming into my PMs last night and saying that to me.
Yeah. Like
grinding down to the bone worker. My wonderful friend runs up to me going, look, like trying to show, like trying to be like, I grew 3 inches today. One day I want to be an astronaut. I went, that's great, bud. I believe in you. It is one of the cutest things you've ever done. Please,
I'm glad it made you happy.
please never stop. You are so awesome.
If anything I do brings Soup joy in his torment, then it makes it worth it. It gives my life purpose.
Your life has many purposes.
This is true, but like still.
Hmm. What if he's dead? That'd be funny, right? Poor looking man, I don't have any money. Trading one region's resources in another land can turn quite a profit, or so they say. If I had any drive, I could use that information to improve my standing.
Wait, no, this... That not... Because...
Oh, here he is.
Oh!
You prefer a kind and gentle women. Oh, excuse me. It must have sounded strange to you.
That's... I don't think... No, I think the poor-looking man was who we were looking for, because it says...
Wait, hold on, was it? Are there any strong men out there? So sorry, I was thinking out loud. Oh, hold on, I think... Is this... Are you... No.
Guide says that if we explored Neferberg really carefully, we meet an NPC named Joaquin or Joaquin. It spells it 2 different ways for us. This guy is a real cutthroat in business, but he lacks capital. After you meet him, you will give him the idea to move to Garland and seek his fortune. And then after some time, you can find him in Happy Garland in the GTW Steel Factory.
Okay. You know, I was thinking about a completely different person, but that's fine. Look, there's like a homeless... There's like homeless people were out here. I'm taking their
Cool,
honey.
takes the stuff. Yeah. I bet they had a difficult time getting the smoke smell out of their clothes. That's why I never wear any.
Prefer the free life. Man, peace and harmony are the best. I'm through with bandits and such. I love peace and harmony.
Me too, buddy. Glad you found your peace and harmony.
I love black women. The best.
No!
Chad, I'm sorry if that may sound strange to you. I promise it's a funny reference and that it is funny.
Chat, clip it out of context. Spread it far and wide.
I'm normal.
I am normal. I am normal.
Tell us the source, coward. I can't find the source. I'm playing a video game right now.
ACS.
Marge.
No! 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 No!
Tommy.
No!
Note for Duke and Daru. They like hated that I brought that bit back last stream.
Oh yeah, Soup like started the bit again, and I'm like, what are you doing?
What are
And
you
Soup's like,
doing?
what? I've been doing that bit all week. I'm like, really?
I'm fucking losing. Chat! Me and Almond are having a hard time getting to sleep because everything's been awful.
I thought you were gonna say you hard to get to sleep because Soup keeps going March.
No! 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 We were having trouble sleeping one night, and like, Almond just rolls over and is like, you know what's in my head right now? And I'm like, is it the Homer Simpson bit? And they're like, like, drink a couple Marge cause your name is Bart. You can have a Duff cause you're Homer Simpson. Good luck, Duff. Good luck, Duff. And just started like swapping all the words around and like fucking like chopping it up into nonsense. Like it's a fucking YouTube poop. And like it was late at night, so we both started cracking up because that was the funniest possible thing at that moment in time. And it has become, unfortunately, an inescapable household phrase for us to start singing a mangled version of that bit specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tony Couch with the hawk on my boys, literally.
Yeah, Tony Couch with the hawk on my boys on the couch. Oh, hey, you'll believe I'll be rich someday, right?
Yeah, of course you can.
And you believe
Of
in
course you
me.
can.
I won't forget that you once I'm rich, so don't forget me either, okay? Vicious worker, Joaquin.
Yeah!
We found
We
him.
found him!
Soup, I hope you won't forget about us when you like get donated $1 million this stream.
This stream?
This stream!
I believe in chat.
I think it would be crazy, insane, if he managed to forget about us while we're still here on call.
I mean, stranger things have happened. They made like a Netflix show about that.
You, like, beat me to the punchline.
I was also
You
thinking
just
about
finished your own joke.
it. Mm-hmm.
You did the setup and the punchline, you greedy bastard.
I'm like a one-person improv troupe. I can like yes and myself.
That really is all improv is. Like, that's what streaming is when you're doing it solo. It's like, alright, you're gonna learn how to yes and yourself now.
With,
And
like,
if you want to
very
learn more
minimal
about
help
Yes
from chat.
Anderson,
Oh.
Keep regular show reference, dude.
What?
no, I'm referencing your podcast.
Oh, which one? Which part of it?
The
Part where
Yes
there's Wes
Anderson, Wes
Anderson.
Anderson journey to do.
See you West time.
And you want to get your Sun Wukong on? Then this is the wrong podcast, but it sounds similar.
Uh-huh. Alright, so I talked to Joaquin. Was there anything else I was supposed to do in town?
I am a good helper. I don't think so. Like, we want to clear out the tunnel, but we can't do that yet. I mean, like, we could go across the lake and do the small village thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you talk to that one guy? Yeah.
Which one?
The one we
I don't
just
know.
talked to.
I just want to feel like I'm helping.
You're such a big help. We could not do this without you.
When does Pablo?
Awesome.
When does Pablo continue?
That's a good question. I will. Oh fuck. I will
Like the
try looking
Picasso
him
guy?
Kinda.
up. Kinda. Yeah. Let me just keep him up, so we never miss him. He's kind of the quintessential theme of this game.
Pablo Picasso's full name like still messes me up.
What is it?
Why he got so many?
Because. Why is he?
Fuck.
Because he's got so many.
I love like you were going for the pun there, but just kind of sound like you were turning into a Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. Pika. So.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not sure exactly all of what we have done, so I'm reading through it trying to find where we are in this side quest.
Mm-hmm. The last thing I did was buy all of his paintings.
That's what you do every time you talk to him.
Mm-hmm. I did it the first time. I haven't done it again.
Okay. You just did it again?
I said I haven't done it again.
Oh, okay. So you talked to him, you bought his paintings. Pablo will next appear at a bus stop in Neferberg outskirts towards Zabala Hill. Take him to the destination at Fort Raven. Did you do that?
No.
Okay. Oh my god. Stop scrolling when I'm not asking you to.
Okay, so Picasso's full name is Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paulo Juan Nepomuceno Maria de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso.
Cifriano, like Cifrin from In-Stars and Tot?
You fucking thing.
Kandaru. Yeah, and Stars in Time was based on the life of Picasso.
He did all that for real.
Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy.
People also
bus
ask,
stop
why does
in-
Picasso have a long name?
Because he got so many.
It's a mixture of relatives and saints' name. People also ask, what was the 17th word of Pablo Picasso's full name?
I wonder if that specifically is like a question on a trivia show or some shit.
The 17th is Santissima, by the way. I don't know why people care about that part.
I'm gonna guess it's like in the home edition of Do You Want to Be a Millionaire?
People also ask, who made the Mona Lisa?
Hmm.
That one wasn't Picasso.
Da Vinci?
That's fair enough. Yeah, but maybe they thought it was and they were checking, which is better than them thinking it was and not checking.
What does Picasso mean in Spanish? Magpie.
Oh. Da
What is the word
Vinci-
starry in Spanish in Stars and Time?
What? Wow, I had no clue in Stars in Time was inspired by real life artist Pablo Picasso.
Pablo Picasso.
Pablo Picasso. The dating sim of Picasso.
He made a dating sim so that you guys could date me if you wanted. I call it Picasso.
You know, I'm joking about it. If someone just like stealth dropped like a dating sim of like famous artists through history, like Picasso and like Da Vinci and like Van Gogh,
Yeah.
it would be a smash hit. There's an audience for that.
It would be a smash hit? I feel like you would eat that up.
Ain't that just the Fate games?
No, not even a
Soup,
little.
you can't torpedo my idea like that. That's gone from maybe one day I'll make that to never doing it.
No, but the fake games are not even close to that. First off, they're not dating games. Second off, they completely change the reincarnation's appearance, so they're unrecognizable.
Sometimes they're women.
Yeah, Kandor, you say not dating games. You know what Fate started as, right?
Little girls. This would be a true to life. They would be ugly men, like they were in life.
I see. The
ICS.
Kandari wants less women. Understandable. Writes this down.
No, but the world doesn't need any more boring ass wafer vanilla little girls either. With like the same body proportions over and over again. I would rather see ugly men than more of that. Because I'm not into it, but like I have friends that would be into it, and I would rather have them find happiness and joy rather than some weeb 50-year-old man in his mother's basement who already has tons and tons of the same anime waifus to lust over.
I made that the main villain of my first JoJo arc for my tabletop game when I was running that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Pablo Picasso was freaky and his name was Platonic Picasso? Yo! We love to see it.
Don't know why I thought you were gonna say Yum Kandaru.
No! Ew!
Yum.com.
No! No!
It is not Yum! Hey, where did you
I get all my food reviews from yum.com.
Also in chat, hey, one of the main Fate women is notable as not having big titties or being a little girl. Good for her. I don't know which one that may be, because I watched most of the first Fate series and then stopped.
I have like never properly engaged with a Fate property, and most of what I know about it makes me think I would hate it.
I watched Fate Zero, thought it was amazing, and then I saw any other part of Fate and went, oh, I watched the best Fate series, nothing will ever live up to this, huh? And I was like, I think I was right at the time, at least.
Don't give me that voice, Kendaru. I was reading your post in the voice I thought you intended it to be read in.
So wait, where would Pablo be?
Pablo, if you were looking for him, will appear next to at a bus stop in Nafroburg outskirts towards Zabala Hill.
I see.
And then you have to take him to the destination at Fort Raven. We have to give him a lift, I think. Which I couldn't remember if we had done already, but you say we didn't, so.
How evil are you on the bad route? Well, not yet, but we're working on it.
Also,
Right now.
Also, I wanted to ask, you said there was something earlier about a farm that we just never did because we weren't sure where that farm was. Can you, like, double check that, maybe?
Yeah, it's between the orphanage girl and the farm, where you go get honey and flower seeds from the farm, and then you bring it back to the orphanage girl.
Oh. Where do I get flower seeds?
Something like that, yeah. I can get that up on a different tab, but you're like in Neferberg, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go...
So you have to be near the bus stop because it's in the Neferberg outskirts, northwest.
I don't know if the map has a place that is distinctly labeled as Neferberg outskirts.
Well, it says Neferberg outskirts northwest towards Zabala Hill.
Northwest.
Nope, that's east.
Northwest.
West is to the left. Yeah. Yeah. What's the cone? What do the cones denote? Are those bus stops?
Those are Steambot stops where I can stop my bot.
I'm sorry, Saber is the person you were talking about? You don't get to make that claim. You must retract that. Saber absolutely has big titties. People considered her design to be masculine. I give no credence to that. Even as a for the time thing. Her design is not masculine. You could argue her character was masculine for the time, as she was very brash and fights and fighty, even though she was just a fucking tsundere.
That's not what she
Saber
is.
from Fates.
Which Saber are you
Whatever.
thinking of?
Hold on, let me look her up.
Because
All right, I've looked her up. She does not look as egregious as she does in my brain. No, this is a pretty small-chested woman, though that's not fucking masculine. Whatever.
So the point.
I'm gonna look up why do I have a very specific image in my mind.
So I put a hand on your shoulder. Here's the great part about Fate. There's Saber is a class.
I know it's a class, but I'm assuming they're talking about the first Saber, the girl, the blonde girl.
Yeah, the girl that in universe is like King Arthur.
Yeah. No, I looked up the scene I was remembering where she is in a wedding dress, tied by the wrists and posed with her ass out. A scene that sucks. Her tits are not that big. It was worse in my head, but that's probably just because of how egregious this scene was.
He still doesn't want to come with me.
Yeah, no. Claire's with me. No, that's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. You might be thinking of alternate Red Saber, who is basically the exact same but with big tits. Why would that exist? Why do we think? I'm looking her up. Yeah. Wow, interesting. Interesting. I wonder why they made this. I wonder why they would make the same design but give her bigger tits. Yeah, no, fuck the Fate series. I'm sorry. I'm not. There was cool parts in it. That was not enough to overcome it. I didn't finish it for a reason.
Is the one that you watched the one with the red hair boy?
Yes, Archer. That was my boy. He was my favorite.
Yeah.
I also figured out his deal because I looked up the ending and I was like, wow, I was right.
Yeah, I watched.
I was like, good twist. Too bad the show wasn't worth finishing for me.
I watched the prequel series, which was Fate Zero. Miles. It was awesome.
So glad for you.
I am like tempted to do like a Tsukihime like book club at some point. Now, especially like now the Fate stuff is on Steam, because I always hear people say there's like one of the best VNs of all time, and I'm gonna be real, Chief. I look at Umineko, I look at Fata Morgana, and I'm like, how is Fate in the same category as that? I gotta know what people are seeing that I'm not.
I just looked up Tsukihime. It has a rating of 6.8 on IMDb and only a 78 on Google users. So I don't know if I would. Not that I typically listen to critiques or reviewers, but that's not really a best of all time score.
I mean, the problem is sort of like you need to look at like reviews from like VN like players, you know? Like if you're looking like general review sites, like you're putting like a novel against like a Call of Duty game, like what are they gonna vote for in that case, you know?
I suppose. I would hope that people would, if they don't like visual novels as a genre, they simply would not vote on it, but like I guess that's giving people too much credit.
I too wish journalists and reporters wouldn't touch stuff they don't know anything about. Alas.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, what? Don't fall. No. Oh.
Okay.
Me when I'm playing the tightrope walking game on Wii Fit Plus.
Hmm.
Also, on the topic of people like reviewing stuff they don't know anything about, I like glare anytime animation is brought up at the Oscars and everyone's like, oh, that's for kids.
Oh my god. It sucks to like the positives of the internet is like sometimes it's nice to have an echo chamber. Sometimes it is nice to just be in a bubble full of people who agree with you and like understand things like animation is an art medium. But then like you forget that the majority of the world is still fucking stupid and has wrong opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you say that, and my gut instinct is like, fucking of course. Aren't we over that? Didn't we, like, pass that? But, like, the answer's no. It's just that I hang out with people who are smart.
I think it was literally was like 1 or 2 years ago when like they were opening the animation like category for the Oscars, and like the guy was like, animation, the thing that kids enjoy and adults have to suffer through.
Oh my god. A little bit of echoing is a treat. Bro, I grew up in a super hyper conservative echo chamber. I'm just undoing the damage.
What the fuck?
Weird. What?
Hmm.
I don't like that interaction at all. What? I guess. I don't know. I don't want to judge Savory, but like. Cuckoo Clock Grill. Oh boy, does it play an endless cuckoo noise?
I bet. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Oh, this is just the best grill we've ever gotten.
Mm-hmm.
I could not be happier.
When I ram, I think it does damage when I run into things.
That's actually pretty funny. Own.
Let's see here. How come?
That's crazy. It's been 2 months and you guys haven't like sent a shark hunter out or anything.
But like, okay then, so how do I get my Trotmobile?
Do you want me to look this up? I don't even know what this is.
This all over there is the town that we can swim over to. Oh, I guess through that way. Hold on.
Okay. Sorry if I'm like not being very helpful.
You're fine, bud.
Sorry if I'm being too helpful.
I'll never forgive you, bud.
Well, you sound like people I know.
Love my friends.
Soup, you sound just like Soup.
I can't enter the lake without different equipment. Like what?
Yeah. We need like the raft bottoms, right?
There's another boat thing that I need that I don't have?
I thought we... Oh. Hold on. How to swim in Trotmobile?
So I have the float device.
That! Isn't that the...
Yeah, but I have it equipped and they said I don't have the right parts, so I'm confused.
No. No. Sorry, I'm looking for the answer and I have to read out this bit from the guide. When swimming at the desert oasis, get this under the wood pier. You can swim there at any time except nighttime, and you can do it even if you are not lugging around a woman at the time.
Lugging around a
Oh,
woman.
woman!
It's really how it be sometime, the old ball and chain.
Oh. Right, hang on. What? Mame Village. Once you build a station to visit Vision Ranch, you can extend it further to Mame Village. First, you need to find the village by using the... the water bot. Yeah, okay. By using the water body from Sibyllette's Great Sailing. I think... Let me... Oh my god, I hate how copy and paste works on this stupid site. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I really wish there was just 100% guide. It was like written in chronological order. It's not.
Big shame that the game is like not that popular.
And like a billion years old.
Swimming at night in the desert, I guess you want frostbite or something? Fair.
Great Sailing. This is Sibyllette's personal Trotmobile. It is... How do we... Its greatest asset is the ability to traverse deep water with its waterproof body. If it's her Trotmobile, how do we get it? I don't remember. Oh my god. Here, let me... Oh, get it.
Watch it be more stuff that's only obtainable on the good ending.
Oh, I'd be. That doesn't even make sense. I'd be so actually mad. I can't find. How do I get the water buddy, please? Steambot Chronicles water body. Hang on. Fuck.
Fuck.
Marge.
No.
Okay. I think this should be water-resistant M. This frame can travel through water due to its airtight technology and special air tank. After Sybilette asks you to go retrieve her sailing license, retrieve this frame by examining the Tropmobile outside her shack. I don't think we did this side quest yet in this game.
To retrieve her what?
She asked you to go get her sailing license so that they can sail again when they rebuild the boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the shipwreck.
Right.
You go get the sailing license and get the frame by examining the Tropmobile outside her shack.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, it's like a maze of things to do.
Yeah, the game's a lot. That's like not your fault.
Oof.
We'll try to get fucking something done this stream.
Mm-hmm. That would be quite a change.
We get one
Quite a
thing.
mix-up.
We get one thing done a stream at least. Smile. Give us some credit. It's not all running around in circles.
Oh my god. I wish I was not so tired.
Dude, same.
Chat, are you tired? Press 1.
We got a follower. We got a follower for that.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, whoever followed.
The people are here for the relatable content.
Oh, I hope not. I hope most of what Soup says is not relatable.
I always just kind of assumed it was the norm.
Super isn't, I promise.
Mm-hmm. Chad, if you're wide awake and feeling jacked as fuck, can I get a 2?
So we can ban you.
So we can know who does and doesn't belong?
If you're not tired and miserable, get out of our clubhouse.
Chat, if you're having a good time, you're in the wrong place.
I'm awake but not jacked, sobbing emoji.
Then you know what you have to do.
Knock him over the head with the pillow.
That reminds me, I need to,
I'm almost asleep again.
Hiya, Booster.
Same.
Maybe.
Hayabusa is like the Halo armor that everyone wore because they were cool.
Sure, okay. Oh, I never finished this quest line. Thanks for the $80, man.
Chat, can someone donate $80 right now?
Don't do that, chat.
Soup.
Our Soup, what have you done with him?
Maybe chat. Maybe
best
do
friend.
that if you really feel like it.
If you're
Evil
the real
Soup.
Soup, you'll know what I said to you last night.
Yeah, I know what you said last night. You want me to? You want me to openly say it in front of a public audience?
You're free to reiterate. I'm like softballing you for it.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Something. Kandaru walked up to me today, or like last night, and went, "Soup. I ate. What was it? 2 burgers and what?"
It is 2 burgers and a milkshake.
Yeah, you're like, soup. I ate 2 burgers and a milkshake for dinner. And am I a soup woman now? And I was trying to figure out how to say a lot of things in that moment. It was like I was just sitting there like erasing and like retyping out things. First thing I said in there, first thing I typed out was gluttony is not what makes the soup woman.
What you ended up saying was a lot nicer than that.
Yeah, I ended up saying a lot nicer than that.
I am doing the same. Awesome. See, the thing is, I'm a really small person. So 2 burgers is a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
I almost never eat more than like 1 burger or 1 sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was crazy that I had 2 burgers and a milkshake. Do you want to be a soup woman? You can figure out the answer to that question by yourself, I think.
I also was looking at that and going, does she want that?
I leave it up to audience interpretation.
Mm.
You're free to headcanon my character as you desire.
Death of the author.
Death of the author.
Man. Not to be like the old fart in this chat at the tender age of 28, but one thing I've noticed over the years is like whenever I meet up with like some of my friends who like live abroad, like a tradition we've had for so long is like we just walk in to like a fast food place and order like 100 nuggets.
Soup, you were at the shipwreck. You were at the
It
place.
wouldn't let me go.
What?
Rip.
Fuck. Okay, hang on. Okay,
It's okay.
go back to Captain Sybilette then.
I am.
Maybe you have to get the frame first by
Yeah.
looking at the top wheel.
Mm-hmm. I thought the float was all it took, but I guess I'll go do that.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Oh hell yeah! Wisteria Switch has been redeemed.
Being a soup woman sounds pog. Wisteria Switch. This
Me
is
after I eat 2 burger.
Uh-huh. This is... It's like... It was like... The second thought was, I don't want to tell her no, because she sounds really excited about this. But I... But like, I know what she looks like, so, like, I don't think 2 burgers did it. So I just kind of like went, hey man, maybe one day.
Yeah. I think the exact words were like along the lines of, if this is what you want, keep following the path, and I believe in you. Eventually, you'll get there.
Yeah.
To be clear, there's nothing wrong with being shaped like a woman Soup likes. When I say, do you want to be a Soup woman, I mean is the intention to become attractive to Soup. No, because Soup isn't attracted to anyone. He's ace. His fascination with big women is just like a psychological quirk.
Mm.
I have no desire to be attractive to any man.
True. Scientific interest in big women, let's go. Yeah.
No man of woman born is to gaze upon my flesh.
My immediate thought wasn't that that Kandaru wanted to be a Soup woman to, like, be attractive to me. My immediate assumption was either A, Kandaru just wants that for herself, but also the way that it was framed at me certainly came off in a way that's like, am I cool yet?
I think big women are neat is the answer to that.
Uh-huh.
It's not something it's what was that one conversation? It was like some Jello stream where someone was like, it's not fair that I always get outed on my preference for a certain type when this other person is standing right next to me and they're like just as egregious about it. And like Soup is definitely known as the big women guy because he makes OCs that are big women and makes them his PNG tubers. But like I am also here for big women specifically. I am like, wow, big women are hot and I like them.
Yeah.
I just don't like have OCs that I use to represent me in that fashion. So people don't know that, I think.
Yeah. You should, like, make some or whatever.
But like, you've already made so many good ones.
I can't.
I can just get art of yours.
Guess.
Which I've done.
I guess. So subtle, Soup. I don't know. I like. Listen, Kandaru's not the only friend I have who's also like big woman enjoyer. Who's like, well, I don't want to. Why would I get my own OCs? I can just get Soup.
That's look. I'll consider it. I'll think about it.
I'm simply trying to encourage the other like-minded people. while I like toil away.
But Kandaru, if you make a big woman self-insert, you could ship her with Agnes. I already shipped my self-insert with Agnes. Soup has commissioned birthday art for me of my self-insert with Agnes. I'm winning.
Yeah.
I guess technically I do have one big woman OC. She's just not that big. She's like not as big as like most Soup women. But she is plus sized.
Nods.
Damn, you are winning. Yeah. No, I won. I win DSR.
Becoming friends with the GM that made the OC like pipeline to that GM commissions art that of you with that OC like for your birthday is an insane pipeline, but I guess it's real.
It is an insane pipeline. I am an extremely lucky individual. skill issue, guys. Just make yourself insert ship's cannon.
Mm-hmm.
I commission art of my and my wife's married OCs together. That's adorable. Good for you.
I pretty much nowadays only do Yuri near like ships with myself, as in like I like make it my own 2 OCs. Purely because one time I used to do it with people, but one time it fell through so badly, and suddenly half of my OC roster became bitchless. And then every other attempt so far just hasn't really amounted to anything. So I did just eventually sit down and go, I'll do it my fucking self. For what it's worth, I guess I'm like a little glad I did it for some of them, because again, one of my favorite arts I've ever commissioned is that art of Beyond and Wisteria sleeping in bed together, and no one can ever take that from me.
And Chad, if you want to see that art, there's a preview in the top left.
Of specifically of Beyond's leg.
You could also just look at the beginning of this VOD where we showed it off.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. For $10, we'll move it down slightly and you can see more and more.
Or you could click the button that says look at Poke Soup Yuri.
Or you could give Soup money, Kandaru.
I'm sorry, you're right. I don't know what came over me. Yeah, no, it does kind of suck when you have like an OC bonded pair with someone else and then your friendship falls through and it's like, fuck, now my OCs are like affected too.
Mm-hmm.
They took half the dogs in the divorce.
Mm-hmm. Though I am sitting here making D&D games, and I'm going, man, it's not expected, but if any of my players want to try, I'm open to it.
I mean, I'll do it if it feels right. Scene. I'm dedicated to just acting in character.
For sure. That is typically what I would like out of people.
I'm glad that you have your funny little OCs that you make kiss. I think you make really awesome Yuri. I am like quietly rooting for you to also find some success in TTRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how things shake out.
Chat, look forward to the TTRPGs we're running this year on Super Soup. They're coming.
Oof.
I'm not.
Don't say that.
I'm not really a big OC person. I pretty much only make them for TTRPGs. This will affect the trout populations, but for OCs, I see. See, I also kind of pretty much only do it for tabletop games / anything I'm writing at the time. Just happens that a lot of my writing starts as a tabletop idea, and then it branches out into, no, this is too good, I need to make it something else, or me making a own D&D game, which just branches out into, I get to make a lot of OCs because I'm making my own D&D game.
Yeah, I'm very much someone who also can't have like setting agnostic OCs. Like they have to be like in something.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. I think we're all writers here.
Like, whenever I have an idea for a character at this point, it's like, how do I fit this into my world build?
Yeah.
See, it's like I don't get ideas for characters outside of the worlds they are in. Like my ass never comes up with this is a neat character concept, but where would I put them? Like that doesn't happen. I'll be like, I'm writing a scene in a story. Okay, my main character needs a character to bounce off of in this scene. Like it's a waitress or some shit, you know, it's like a one-off. But I want to flavor them a little bit and not just have them be boring as sin. So like, let me come up with one thing to flavor them. All right, here's their flavor. And then I write that scene and then I go, that was pretty funny. Maybe I'll bring them back as a cameo character. And then like, maybe I'll think about them more and expand on their personality or their backstory or whatever. Like,
For me, it's because I do a lot of D&D games. It do be different where it's like, wow, I really liked this character. Can I have their themes match into this setting so that I have an excuse to play them again?
I also am fueled largely by spite. So like wow, that was a great concept for a character that was ruined. I'm gonna do that again, but good.
I do this often. Please expect to see Shion coded characters in my tabletop game.
Yes, Shion but good is all I've ever wanted. I was gonna say words. My like movie script that I have written. Maybe I'll put that on the Patreon. It's like trademark. I like paid for the trademark, so like ain't no one can steal it. That shit's in the big vault where they keep people's scripts. That movie script was definitely not solely inspired, but largely inspired by the Professor Layton games, and me going, wow, they sure set up Luke Triton as like the overarching cool mystery in this game. I can't wait to see what his deal turns out to be. And then it turns out to be nothing. And I was like, wow, that really sucks. That upsets me. I thought this was gonna be something and not nothing. I should like do this, but have it actually mean something in the end.
Yeah. I had a devastating moment over the past few weeks where I think one of my players made a joke like, since my mega long run is probably going to end in the next couple of years, like, oh, so when are we doing the second one? And I went, haha, yeah. But then I got hit with a burst of inspiration, so now I'm working on a second long runner.
No.
I'm both working on my big game, and now like I've got like 100 characters planned out for my next one. That's going to be like at least 5 years.
Yes. Buddy.
Did you know, gaming?
Like, my work is never finished.
While we're thinking about workload, I mentioned it on my Twitter. Did you know gaming Pokesoup has been in development for 3 to 4 years now, and like with little breaks here and there, but still has been like an ongoing project for 4 years with an estimated budget of $5,000. Which just so we're clear is not to say that I've already spent $5,000 on Pokesoup. Is to say that that is probably how much it is going to cost once it is all over.
God.
You really gotta put that shit on Patreon, Soup.
I can't. The maps are like some of those maps are illegal. And it would
I like-
cost more money to make those maps not illegal.
No, don't do that.
Mhm.
No, just like record Poke Soup at the very least, and
That
have it somewhere where people can look at.
that will happen. That will happen. If at the very least my friends don't watch Pokesoup, I'll feel like it was all for nothing.
No,
Someone,
I will watch Poke Soup.
some motherfuckers will need to look at that game.
Mm-hmm. I'm putting a burger in the toaster oven because
Just one.
we got someone else. Yeah, Almond's eating the other one.
Uh-huh.
We got the wrong DoorDash yesterday, so we got to keep the order. So surprise burger, hooray!
Awesome.
Yeah, I just took a look at the amount I've been spending on my long runner so far, and don't feel good about it, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I try to just ignore it. Also, if we were to take into equation the Wisteria fund, Pokesoup probably was more than $5,000.
Yeah. The Wisteria art was not necessary for Poke Soup to exist. Like all of it.
It certainly helped me keep going.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't count that as an expense on the game's taxes.
Mm-hmm. I was originally going to commission someone to make actual Pokemon, like, sprites for the game. And I decided to just hard give up on that. Because I was like, that's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much money, I don't want to spend that much money.
I'm glad, to be honest. Please stop spending so much money.
Hey, it's only a lot of money if you consider it all at once. Spending that much money over the span of 4 years, I think I've been pretty responsible at not going bankrupt.
Aww. It's fair.
If
I
the,
look at my tabletop game and fall to the floor in agony someday.
if the game runs this year, then technically I would have spent roughly like $1,000 a year on it.
That's not. I don't know. I'd call that responsible.
Smile.
You know what? I'll be the devil's advocate here. I think that's a perfectly fine amount, all things considered.
1,000 a year? That's like that's almost. Huh? Yeah, Soup has a job, but it pays him shit. If he had a different one, then this would be a different conversation, and we wouldn't be having this discussion.
I suppose, but like the way I see it is 1,000 a year is just 20 a week, and like people who like go out drinking, will like spend that in a heartbeat, and no one notices,
Yeah, so instead of being a crippling alcoholic, I'm getting Art of OCs.
Let me recontextualize. I support what Soup is doing. I think you deserve like something to keep you going. I do still think that that's a crazy amount of money to spend on art. If I got $20 art commissions every week, oh my god, that would be crazy. That's like an awesome amount of money to spend on art. I can't fathom that, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an art commission every single week, or a really detailed, like a nice one, like every month.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say that you're all insane, but like then I think about the money I've poured into Soup's Maw, and don't stop thinking about that.
If you're thinking about it, put more money in there. Why not? You're there.
Yeah,
ready.
you drop a couple more dollars.
Give a little walking around money. You like the product.
Also, as things have gotten more and more dire, I definitely haven't been spending money every month on Poke Soup.
No, I know. Soup, I wish you had infinite money
Mm-hmm.
and not a shitty family. And I wish that you could spend as much money as you wanted to hiring artists to make Yuri and Poke Soup art. This is the life you deserve. You are a kind person.
What is it? I would also probably argue that, like, with a lot, maybe Poke Soup's money, like, debt went down if only because of the kindness and generosity of my friends, who have sometimes looked at me and went, I'll draw the thing for free.
Mm-hmm. That's also true that, yeah, this has happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
This is also true of your general art commissions. I look at Almond.
Almond, who looked at me at one point and went, Soup, if you, like, stop commissioning so many people all the time, I'll draw your OCs for you.
It was literally like, I'm cutting you off of your addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I'll supply it myself.
Uh-huh.
Also, to
I'll actually unmute while I get my food out.
to give a further credence to Soup and make it look a lot less bad, I have a separate debit card specifically for art commissions, and I put £300 a month in there.
Awesome. I kind of wish I was you. Yeah, it'd be so easy. That'd be so easy. Life would be so easy.
Yeah, Kandara's like, wow, I'd love a $20 commission every week. I'm like, looks at me spending that much every month. And she's right, it is awesome.
The equivalent of I'm fine with you drinking as long as it's under this roof, yeah. Man, I really imagine if I just got a ounce of that GameStop money like you did, I'd probably be swimming.
God. Yeah, I wish I still had any of that GameStop money. That's long gone.
I'm headcanoning you as all of your riches have purely been from GameStop.
Mm-hmm. It's a funny headcanon. Not particularly true, but it did definitely give me like a weird relationship with money. Because I just kind of like woke up overnight and I've like, I pressed a few buttons on my phone and now I made like 2 months worth of wages in like, a day. Money isn't real.
Like, what the fuck, dog? Oh, to have not been young and stupid and be young and smart and invested.
The one that kills me is my friend who like actually had like money at the time, who I got in on like the ground floor, and like I think he literally got like 20 grand out of it that he put down on like, towards the house. Money is very fake. How are my stocks doing? I haven't actually checked in a while.
If anyone in chat made money off of GameStop and still has it, feel free to give that to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Still down on my nasty grid for some reason.
Alright, I'm back. I've got my food.
Welcome back,
I
food.
sure hope that nothing questionable was said while I was away.
Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything, that's fine. Am I really up 12% on the S&P 500? That's messed up.
Do you have stocks?
Yeah, I have quite a lot of stocks.
What the fuck? What? You are rich.
I mean, I say quite a lot of stocks. Like, it's dependent, you know? Compared to the average person who has no stocks, I say I have a lot of stocks. Compared to someone who has a lot of stocks, I have no stocks.
I mean, yeah, everything's relative. I'm comparing you to the average person who has no stocks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rich in my mind. Casino.
I was gonna be like, yes, if you ever like need a favor that you would pay money for doing, let me know. But then I was like, actually, CS is doing me a service right now that honestly is worth money, and they're doing it for free, so they are kind of giving me money.
You see, time is money, and you have all my time, Kandaru.
Wow.
CS stands for
And the crowd
Kandaru
goes,
Slave.
"Aw."
Yeah. I do basically like treat my stock portfolio like the equivalent of 401k. So like that's like my retirement money as far as I'm concerned. Or like if I need to like get something immediately, I can like liquidate it. But like I'm in for the long game.
It's crazy. I'm kind of just betting on dying before retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Not hoping on, betting on.
I know when I was like, I was living in London, I was like mulling over like my pension plan, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna live long enough to get to use a pension.
Especially when they keep raising the age limit, Smile.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm probably going on my 50s or 60s, and I'm going to need to be like 80 to get a pension at this point. So.
Yeah, I don't like trust any government thing.
Yeah.
Love when government looks at it and goes, "Oh, why is? Hey, wait a minute. Number's going down. Why is number going down, motherfucker? Well, it's because you're treating people bad. Number go down because we don't know what to do anymore."
The thing is, what that gets me is like, everyone's like, "Oh, you have to put money away for your pension. Like, you know, the pension's gonna be there," and it's like. Pensions are like a very new thing in the history of humanity, I'm pretty sure. Like maybe a couple of generations
I mean,
have like
yeah,
actually
in the
cashed
history
in
of
on them.
humanity, we didn't live this long.
Yeah.
So. I'm like, save money if you can, but I don't put it. I'm not planning on putting anything in like a 401k or a pension or anything other than a bank account that is mine and instantly accessible. Even that, you know, is not flawless, but like I can't keep thousands of dollars of cash at my house. That's more problematic.
Yeah.
What was it, the Richie Rich movie? Where their family was gonna get mugged, and they break into the house and they open up their vault, and it's just a bunch of like keepsakes and photos and like toys, and they're like, "What the fuck is all this? Where's your money?" "We keep it in a bank." "What do you mean, where's our money?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
No, you think we're one of those rich people? Alright, I'm back at New Haven. So now I just gotta...
Like, even cash. The value of cash is going down drastic. Like, inflation's fucking crazy. But people who are like, "Oh, buy gold. It never loses value." It's like, that's not true either. Everything's losing value other than like actual commodities that you need. Land being the most one because there's a limited amount of it and more people. But like food and water.
To be honest, like, that is why, like, I've been so big on my stocks recently, is because, like, my money sits in a bank account and, like, gets basically no interest because it keeps going down. Meanwhile, inflation's at, like, what, like, 8% or something stupid? So I'm like, I'm gonna just, like, put it in, like, an ETF and be like, at least I can match inflation, I hope that way.
Yeah. No, there was one point in my life where I had a lot of money, and that's when I was like, my parents were like, okay, you're 18 now.
Mhm.
We're getting you your own bank account, and we are including in it money that you've earned throughout your life that we told you we'd put in a bank account and give to you. And B, some of what was going to be your college fund, but now we're doing so well that we're paying your college fund without touching that money. So some of it's just rich kid privileges. And they handed that to me, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna take out 200 of this to make one YouTube video and not touch any more of it. And that YouTube video proceeded to set up everything else for the rest of my life. So that was a good investment.
Hell yeah.
And then the rest of it I did not touch until I moved. And I spent all of it on moving and paying bills, and like, we got a lot of our furniture as hand-me-downs because, you know, obviously I'm trying to get everything as cheap as possible, and like, we knew some very gracious people that helped us a lot. But like, we had to buy a bed and like pay the moving costs for that and shit. So all of my money kind of went to the move.
Yeah, I had like a similar thing, like my parents had been like, yeah, we managed to like save a bit of money every like year of your life, so like when you're 18, here you go, like here's like a bit over $1,000 that like we've managed to save for you. I'm like, oh my god, it's the most money I've seen in my life. I did not spend it on the YouTube video. I spent basically all of it on mathematical textbooks.
See, like what, like voluntarily or like for your college?
No, because I wanted to read them.
You are both amazing and deranged, and I'm glad to know you.
It's not helping my case of being spreadsheet boy, but you know.
No, not at all.
For most of my life, the most I had ever owned was $2,000 from working at a pizzeria. And I was trying to save up at least $2,000 before I quit that job. At which point, I barely was able to do that. And then my mom took it so that she could cure my autism. And then promised to pay me back. And did so in small bursts that I wasn't aware of, in a way that I wasn't really aware of that was what she was doing. And so, by the time she gave some of it back, I did not actually have any of that money. Because I didn't realize it was that money.
Yeah. Your mom is a terrible psychopath, and I wish only ills on her. I'm sorry.
Chat, can you donate $2,000 right now to make up for the money that Soup's mom stole?
It would be almost 3,000. But...
Oh, try your bowels donate quick, it's going up.
It's okay. Chat is definitely helping me have money.
Don't worry, Soup. My gambit is like, I only need to like say that bit one of those days when like a big YouTuber is going around donating thousands to random streamers, and I'll hook him in line and sinker.
I'm like not dropping month's wages.
Honestly, a real strategy in this day and age.
I'm not dropping month's wages. I would never ask anyone to drop month's wages. But
That's not what...
Please...
I don't think that's what they...
Please take care of yourself. I appreciate the money that chat gives me so much. Please also look after yourselves.
work in benefit admin. Some of the shit I hear in the office awakens a bloodlust that has been dormant since I was a teen. That's ugh.
Kind of Fight Club with it.
I'll be real. So my parents took me cross country exactly once. And seeing Texas was in large part like one of the milestones that I consider to have converted me. Like to have made me a liberal, because literally we were like driving with some friends, old friends. They were driving us around and mansions, driving past literal fucking mansions with huge, like acres and acres and acres of land around it. And our friends with dad would be like, oh yeah, no, my buddy Jeff lives there. And I was like, does he have a family? No, it's just him and his 2 dogs. And I would look at the amount of space that was being hoarded privately by one person. And I was like, there's no ethic. I can't ethically be on board with this. This shouldn't be legal. Like, that can't be okay. There is no way that all that space is being used. And there is no way to justify, in my mind, this large of a house belonging to one guy. Like, that can't be possible without, like, illegal, like immoral shit going on. It made me so mad, and I was quiet, like, that whole week. My parents were like, you didn't like Texas? And I was like, no. No, I didn't. And, like, I grew up in a pretty big, well, no, I grew up in a small house. We moved when I was 10, and then we had a pretty nice 2-story house. And, like, it was a little more space than we probably needed for a family of 3. But we did use the space. Like, we had people stay over regularly, and we held theater rehearsals in our living room every few months. Like, it would just be like, all right, the next 3 months, every night, we're gonna have like 20 to 30 people over at our house for an extended period of time rehearsing. So, like, at least I felt comfortable with the spaces being used. But, like, it was not a mansion. It was a house. I mean, literal fucking mansions. Texas made me so mad.
Mm-hmm. No, back when I was living in London, at one point, my walk home after my job, if, like, the park was closed, the next best route involved, like, going through, like, I don't remember what the road itself was actually called, but it was nicknamed, like, Millionaire's Row or something.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, basically it's where, like, so many, like, the ultra-wealthy kind of lived, and, like, there was, like, embassies and stuff on the road as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it really does kind of hit you being, like, you know, not making, like, quite minimum wage, but, like, close to it, and especially, like, in such an expensive, like, town as well.
Yeah.
And then just, like, walking down this road, it has, like, its own armed guards for, like, all the houses.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know, it really instills those class values in you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, especially for the UK as well, like, I think that's what made it more drastic. Because, like, the police over here are, like, never really armed. Like, maybe they'll have, like, a taser or a baton or something, but, like, most of them are trained to, like, de-escalate. Like, they're not supposed to, like, actually fight people. They're meant to, like, stop fights, you know?
Uh-huh.
So, like, whenever someone has a gun, like, it's actually, like, a really big thing. And it's like, no, these are the rich people. Like, their guards have guns. It's like, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, that, I can imagine not growing up around guns. That would be pretty startling.
Fitting that Steambot is the game that gets us talk about wealth inequality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what radicalized me in particular. I just kind of feel that I don't remember. I just kind of in my brain it just kind of been like, yeah, I just feel like this.
You grew up in poverty. I don't think it took anything to radicalize you.
I'm also gonna be real, I don't think I was ever radicalized. I was just told as a kid, like, be nice to other people. And I'm like, okay, I will do that.
I mean,
See,
will
but you
treat
were
others
taught
as I want to be
nice to other
treated.
people without like a bunch of other cult messages woven in.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
I was also taught be nice to other people, but if I explained to you in detail what that meant, you would frown.
so like what happened with me was I was also taught to be nice to other people with cult messages woven in. But the moment I questioned any of those cult messages to my family, they'd look at me and go, I don't know, it just is. And then I went, okay. And then I quietly just stopped believing.
And like, you were smart for that.
My favorite instance of this was me looking at them and going, okay guys, so Santa Claus, right? He's like a funny, magical guy that does nice things to nice people and does bad things to bad people. Kind of like Jesus and God. So if one of these isn't real, then why is the other one? And they like didn't have an answer.
I remember when my parents, I was about to say came out to me. When my parents told me that Santa wasn't real, or my mom did it rather, I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I like already figured it out. And she's like, oh okay. She's just like making sure. But I was then really, really worried for like the next few nights. And my mom was like, hey, what's been up? You seem kind of like down and worried. And I was just like, if Santa's not real, what about God? And she was like, oh, honey, God is real. That's why we always tried to frame Santa as more of like a story to you. But we taught you this as like the truth. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't think about it again for like many years because I was little and I was stupid.
Yeah, my family was like the most low effort, like religious people in the world, to the point where it was really
high effort.
Really easy to get out of the mindset. Never went to church, never read the Bible. My mom watched Joel Osteen. That was like her most anything.
No, we went to church every Sunday. I would go to Sunday school classes, but I pretty quickly got bored of them because they would teach the same few stories over and over again. Because those are the only child-appropriate ones. And so I was like, can I come to church with you guys? And they were like, yeah. So from a pretty fucking young age, I started attending the mass sermons. And of course, you know, I'm a little white blonde girl attending church, so all the old people were like, oh, you're so smart, you're so mature for like coming to the grown-up service. And that made me feel good, and I wanted to keep doing it. So I was full on indoctrination, like very rigorously, forever, until I finally wasn't, and I stopped. My mom, when I moved, she was like, literal tears in her eyes. She was like, here, also, I know I've been like saying a lot to you, but like, I just want to make sure. So here, if you need some like words of encouragement, here's just like a bunch of like little things to open when you need them. And it was like little cards, and they were wrapped in little envelopes that said like advice, encouragement, like peace, or like for anxiety. And it was a very cute idea, to give her credit. Like, that's a sweet idea, you know, for your kid moving out of the nest. It's like, oh, you write some little messages, so if they're feeling homesick or they're anxious, they can open up the different messages, and it's like getting a word from their parents, right? But you know, and I knew this was what it was going to be because I've figured out my parents by now. But every single one of them were nothing but Bible verses. Like, literally none of her own words were even in there. It was just Bible verses, and then $20 in each of them. So, and I kind of expected it. I was like, yep, I kind of expected this, because my parents' mentality is that I will not open these until I'm at a low point in my life, where I will be vulnerable to, you know, and susceptible to the words that I hear. I will open them, and I will have the incentive of money that will help me out of a rough patch while being told Bible verses, and it will return me to Jesus because they are on to me. So I opened them all up with almond, and we kept all the money.
At least it wasn't like fake $20 to have like, you know, oh, come to the local church on the back.
Oh, that would have been worse. No, my parents are rich. They can afford to throw money at me.
Wow.
Okay.
Me sitting here like, wow, $20 a Bible verse.
It was 3 Bible verses per card, actually. They were small cards, too. Like, they were, like, crammed in there.
Oh, $20 a card.
Soup, you deserve this money. Like, man, I try to give you money.
I appreciate it. I'm not pleased. I'm sorry. I don't want it to be like I'm doing the best I can. I appreciate everything anyone ever does for me ever.
Chat, donate $20 to Soup and write your favorite Bible verse.
I like
Yeah.
I like never want to come off like a charity case to people. It makes me feel bad.
I like give you money because you need it and I love you and you're my friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, I don't was the anxiety that I suffered through carrying those cards around in my bag, not opening them because I knew what would be in them and I just didn't want to deal with the stress, but also feeling like I could not possibly throw them out because A, that would be rude, and B, there was probably money inside. Like doing that for like over 2 months before finally being like, Almond, I need your moral support to sit down and open these so I can get the money out of them. Was that worth the money I got? I'm trying to decide. It was like a pretty substantial amount of money considering our situation, but it was a lot of stress. I don't know. I guess it was worth it, all things considered.
I think all the big donations are motivated by jokes or rage at your family. Is that any better? So like, the line of operation is, I guess I kinda am in the position to be like, I kinda have to do whatever I can to make that quick buck. But at the same time, I don't want to ever feel like a leech to people.
You're not a leech. People could just leave the stream if they wanted to.
Very true.
You're not like holding them at gunpoint.
Thank you so much. You're so cool.
Thank you, Anonymous. Imagine 3 Bible verses here. Thank you.
Imagine
Alright, hang
all
on.
the Bible
Mhm.
verses.
Yeah.
Let me help us set the scene. The first Bible verse is how you should always be loyal to God and not question anything he says. The second Bible verse is something that's like pretty reasonable and you would agree with it in real life. It's like, be nice to your neighbor. The third Bible verse is something that's extremely sexist and misogynistic if you think about it for longer than 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. We choose to stay here. Right. Right, yeah. People do choose to stay here. I appreciate it. I guess it's also just, it's like more like, you know, advertising for money and to get paid. Important. Brain just like, don't want to do it too much. Don't want to do it too much to the point that it comes off as annoying or sounds like I'm, like, really begging.
Claire says, once you're eventually out to them, you need to send them one with Ezekiel 23:20. I will not be doing that. Very funny, though.
Mm-hmm. You, like, literally can't be a leech. Ponders this.
I mean, like, you can be, but it's a very specific type of person.
Mm-hmm.
If someone continually asks for favors or money, usually both, and promises to repay them with other favors or money, and consistently does not do that, then they are a leech.
Right.
That is the definition. Soup isn't doing this, though. I, you know, people on the right will say that if you receive favors or money, or ask for favors or money, without, quote-unquote, doing any work, then you're a leech. But by that logic, every old person in existence is a leech because they are too old to work now. Oh man, we should play more Tales of Berseria. That's
Anyway,
a good chat. Go play Tales of Berseria.
Oh yeah, CS2 donated. Kings 2:23:24 Bible verse.
All right, hold on. We gotta have our Bible lesson.
specifically 2 Kings 2:23:24.
I found it.
Have a Bible
Yes. 2:23:24. From there, Elijah went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, some boys came out of town and jeered at him. "Get out of here, Baldy," they said. "Get out of here, Baldy." He turned around, looked at them, and called down a curse on them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys.
I always thought that wasn't real.
No, that's real. That's real? Yes, that is straight up in the Bible. I remember this. I'll put it for you. Yes, I'll put it for you guys in chat. The Bible is so full of shit like this. It's not even, like, that is, I say that one of the things that radicalized me was going to Texas. The single biggest one was reading the Bible all the way through. Because I was starting to, like, have doubts and, like, lose faith. And people in church were like, oh, read the Bible. That's how you strengthen your faith. And I was like, okay, I'll commit to reading the entire Bible all the way through. Again, because I had done it once in middle school. But my memory was kind of shaky, and I was like, all right, you know, I will sit down and do it again now that I understand some of the words that are in the Bible that I didn't before. I'll, like, go through it slowly. And I finished the Bible and went, there was a lot of shit in there that I just can't justify. How many boys were there? It doesn't say. It
Certainly
says some
not
boys.
42.
At least.
What if there were 43 and one of them was just, like, left to go tell the town what happened?
That boy is the one who went to go on and write the Bible.
That boy
Yeah,
went on to write
they're
the
all-
Bible. That boy's
Yeah, like-
name.
They also put Ezekiel 23:20 in there. There she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys, and whose emission was like that of horses. That boy, his name was Judas. Okay, but for real though, that would be like a crazy good plot twist.
God.
Yeah, that's how they spread the word of God. You always leave one as a witness. And the thing is, it, like, especially in the Old Testament, but it's in the New Testament too. They do that shit, and they will just openly say that. They will be like, then they killed people and they left some alive to go spread the word of God. Like, they'll just say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is normal or something.
It's also, it's super racist. Like, specifically in like, Jews are better than everyone else. Everyone else sucks. And a lot of my, modern megachurch teachings were like, but God loved everyone, and, like, not just the Jews, and that's why it was such a big deal in the New Testament when Jesus came down and said, now non-Jews can be saved. And I grew up and was like, wait a minute, why was that restriction there in the first place? Why was it only a certain ethnic group could be saved at first? That's like a lot of 100 years of, it's like a lot of history where many people were just fated to hell from birth. I don't know about this one, gang.
Happens, I guess.
Noah's Ark was also a thing, yeah.
Like, the funny thing as well, you're talking about, like, stories in it, where it's like, you have to be like, okay, maybe don't take this so seriously. It's like, even Genesis has, like, its fair share of that. Like,
This is a lot.
I like, glare at, like, Jacob and, like, half the stuff that goes on with him.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to when it's, like, explaining, like, differences in animals, and it's like, Jacob made the cows fornicate, and he wanted striped cows, so he held up some striped sticks for them to look at while they did the deed, and then they gave birth to striped babies.
I don't remember that one, I'll be real.
It's like Genesis 30-something, 39 or whatever. But it's like, really? That's how you're explaining that?
I just know some of the the big ones like hey, go kill your kid. Okay. Whoa, I was just joking. Thank you though. It really means a lot to me that you would do that for me. I just wanted to make sure
That
you
one's
were
so
like
funny.
loyal.
Yeah, no, that one's a lot. No, Genesis 30 is the one about Jacob and Jacob's wife being like, "Give me children," and him being like, "Hey, God's the one who cursed you to not be able to bear children, not me." And she was like, "Then sleep with your servant. I want kids." And he was like, "Fine," and he did. And then she got really mad at him for sleeping with his servant, and she hated the kids.
What?
You know, I mean, that's just human stuff, but like,
But she's stupid for it.
yeah, no, it's a lot. It's a lot. Listen, the New Testament patch hadn't dropped yet. It doesn't matter. The fact that God was ever like, yeah, killing and murdering based on race and sex is okay, does not make it cool that they slightly updated that later.
Do you think the reason why the Pope patched out aborted babies not getting to go to heaven was to make people feel worse about aborting babies?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. There's a lot of stuff in the Bible that people don't follow. Like, don't wear mixed fabrics. Do not wear two types of different fabrics on your body at the same time. That's a sin. That's a sin that can send you to hell. We do this. We do this.
That's what I love when people like dig up stuff from like Leviticus or Deuteronomy as well, being like, oh, like guy moral, blah blah blah. It's like the entire point of the Bible is Jesus comes down in the New Testament is like, man, wasn't the Old Testament fucked up? Anyway, we're getting rid of that now. New commandment, just love each other.
Yeah, he does do that, but like, God will not stand for fashion crimes. Yeah, but like, Jesus still does. It's still not great. Like, I do vastly prefer the interpretation of the Bible that's like, let's ignore the problematic shit and stick to the top 2 commandments. And like, just be kind to others. Like, let's just do that. Like, I'm down if that's how people want to read the Bible, but like, the Bible is too full of problematic shit for me to ignore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is the story about everyone trying to stone a prostitute to death because being a prostitute was a sin. And then Jesus makes them, he's like, whoever is without sin can cast the first stone. And then everyone slowly drops their stones and walks away because obviously all of them have done a sin at some point. And then he goes up to the woman and goes, now you go and do not sin anymore. And it's like, all right, so cool, let's unpack some shit here. Nice of him to stop them from stoning her to death. However, they were only stoning her to death because it was a sin and God instructed them to. That was the rule set in place by God. Second of all, she was probably a prostitute because she was destitute and needed money, because women are not allowed to own their own property or make their own living, which, who decided that again? Right, that was God. Ah, shit. So if she didn't have a husband, she needed a way to survive, so that's probably why she was selling her body. Oh, maybe all of this was God's fault, actually, and fuck him. It's like bad. Ugh. Anyway, Bible talk over. Chat, what did you eat for lunch today?
No way, I want to talk about the Book of Job and how much I love it.
Fine. I'm kidding. You can keep shitting on the Bible. I know so much. I may as well shit on it somewhere.
I just like Job in general. Like, it's just so
The one
funny.
where God takes away everything because of a bet with Satan. That one.
Yeah, like, I just love people who are like, oh yeah, like, all loving and merciful God. Like, there's literally a book where like he's making bets with the devil. Like, hey, see the guy who loves me? He'll love me no matter what.
Funny, because nowhere else in the Bible does it ever mention God and Satan talking to each other after Satan is a fallen angel. And in that one, it's like, that raises so many questions. Do they just hang out? Like,
What do you mean they started a bet? Also, like, what do you mean? God is supposed to be all-knowing and prophetic, so, like, he would know the future. What would the point of making a bet be? Just to make this guy suffer?
Again, like, it's just the way it's like, what is it, like, destroys this guy's crops, like, ruins his livelihood, like, inflicts him with horrible disease, like, takes all his family from him, like, leaves him with nothing.
Very notably, makes his house cave in, killing all of his wives. Let's just pause there right quick and acknowledge that this was a law that God set up, that men can have multiple wives. And all of his children. Those people were fucking innocent! They had nothing to do with the bet! They were not, even if Job himself was the person being tested, those were innocent people that just died. And then God was like, you did it! You passed the test! You still believed in me after all of this horrible stuff was done to you. So as a reward, I will give you back twice of, like, everything that you had. You will now have twice of it. Like, you'll get twice as many crops, twice as much land, twice as many wives, and twice as many children. And it's like, first off, lumping those in with the property, real cool of you. Second off, I don't know if, like, that doesn't really fix the fact that he's gonna be grieving over his wives and children that he lost.
I think, like, the stick out for me is, other than just, like, say something being like, oh, well, no, I guess you won the bet, cool, whatever, is, like, Job just being like, God, I've been so faithful, why did you do this to me? God's like, I am your God, do not question me.
Yeah, literally.
It's just so
I mean, in fairness, if I were God, I probably wouldn't want to admit, oh, this was just a bet with Satan Lamau.
Why did you do this to me, God? Well, you see, I had this little bet.
Persona 5 be like...
God is an OC with far too many interpretations that all get treated as canon, which would be fine if it weren't a replacement for people's moral compass. Exactly. Like, the God of Christianity, the Holy Trinity, all of that, should be treated on the same level that we now treat the ancient Greek gods. Where people who genuinely believe they are real are few and far between, and most of us treat it as a mythos. But, like, maybe there are some lessons in the stories. Maybe some of them have something good to say, but most of it's bullshit, and you shouldn't... A lot of it's problematic, because it was written at the time it was written. Remember that one time that that non-Jewish woman was like, Lord, I'm deathly ill, please cure my disease. And he was like, how dare you ask me a favor? Should the master feed the dog what was cooked for the children? I.e., why should I give you blessings because you're not a Jew? And she was like, yes, but even the dogs get to eat the scraps left behind by the children. And he said, good answer, I'll cure your disease. What? Now that you have called yourself a dog and lowered yourself beneath the Jews and admitted that you are lesser than them, I will cure your disease. Yeah, people like this shit. People spend millions of dollars to translate this shit into every possible language so that everyone on Earth can read the good news of the Bible.
Why? Why? You tell I'm distressed?
I'm, like, so glad that you didn't grow up in a hyper-Christian household.
Kandaro, did you, see the, like, latest, Dan Olsen, like, Folding Ideas video?
The latest what video?
Dan Olsen video.
No.
That one's good. It does a little bit on Christianity in it, about like flood geology.
You can send it to me.
He does very good video essays. He did like the NFT one back in the day that everyone's seen.
Okay. I actually don't think I ever watched it, but I do know the one you're talking about.
There you go.
People spend millions of dollars to translate the Bible when I can guarantee you they've never read the Bible. Yeah, most of them have read some of the Bible, i.e. the passages that they mostly talk about in churches.
Yeah, like, some of the interpretations of the Bible that got, like, mentioned in that video, like, not to sound, like, incredibly elitist, but I finally understand why, like, back in the day, Catholic priests were like, the lay people shouldn't read the Bible, only we should do that. I understand why they did that now.
Hmm.
Anyway, chat, are you enjoying the religion streams to said Steambot stream?
This truly is the evil route.
This is the evil route. Soup, what are we naming this VOD? You wanna just name it Homer Simpson again and throw people off?
Sure. Clerks episode 8.
Homer Simpson.
One, but
Clerks episode 8. The gang still can't get over Homer Simpson.
I hope you know, I grabbed the both of you. You have you have destroyed my stimming words. Because as soon as
I
there's
told
quiet,
I told them.
You told them? Okay.
Is it any consolation prize that we love you?
Yeah, it is. They love you.
Awesome.
Merge.
Who?
We've apparently damaged Dolman's focus.
Marge, why does the Bible have so many problems?
I don't know, homie. I think it was because they wanted to make people, subservient slaves to their whims.
Oh, Marge.
Homie.
Ay, caramba.
Marge, you can't be saying that stuff. She can.
She can.
She can say whatever she wants. This is the canon Marge Simpson, guys.
I'm Marge Simpson. I can do whatever I want.
Marge, DD's in our chat again, Marge.
Oh god. Hide.
Idly ho! Navarino!
Sorry, I didn't watch
You guys
enough.
are talking about Jesus.
Sorry, I didn't watch Simpsons enough. I don't get that joke. Sorry. I'm like free and not weird like you. Yeah.
I melt into the ground.
I just do this because I haven't. I'm like this and I haven't seen The Simpsons, which makes me normal.
Which makes you based.
Oh, speaking of art commissions, I just got a ton back. Awesome.
Woo!
Wish I was you.
Quite a few.
Oh.
Sorry.
I hope that I hope they're awesome. Hey Dee, do you have money you can donate to me? I know what I said about the leech stuff, but it's different because I like harassing my friends.
Yeah, chat, for just the low price of $13.80, you could put soup at 500 this month.
I do believe someone's writing it.
Oh yeah, we're here.
Oh, Steambot's happening.
Is that mechanized beast?
Oh, what the fuck?
What, did he actually put the money where his mouth is?
5 gift subs? Thank you, Dominic.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Dee.
Alrighty, let's see here. Inform them, take a guess, shrug and shake your head.
Inform them.
It's called a trapmobile. A Trotmobile, eh? Who knew the outside world had become so advanced? Welcome to Mem Village.
Meme Village!
I'm afraid it has been some 10 years since we last had a visitor.
It's been 10 years. I see.
Good boy, chat.
I believe it is in our best interest to make our children, to make Meme Village a more advanced settlement. I do have a favor to ask of you. I've been studying the outside world since your visit, and I stumbled upon information of a steam locomotive. These are operated by station workers, who follow a station master. Please take this letter to the station master for us. For what I can understand, you'll be able to do this in Nephroburg. The future of Meme Village depends on you finding this man.
But before we do that, let's explore the town.
Hey, can you refill me? Hey, can you fix me? You say that vehicle's moniker is
Her name is
Trotmobile.
Margarita. That's awesome.
Margarita. That's some shit I would name an OC.
Like the Jimmy
It is.
Buffett?
Yeah, like the Jimmy Buffett. My name's Margarita, and I'm this village shipwright. We don't often have visitors. Might I tinker around with that Trotmobile? I may be able to repair or refuel it. Please. Thank you.
Soup, we should go to every Margaritaville in the country.
I don't think we should.
You can make like a YouTube video out of it.
I don't want to do that. I don't drink CS.
No, but you can get like the pizza.
You can get the
That is-
pizza.
Margarita pizza, not the same thing as a margarita.
Yeah, but they sound the same.
Margarita pizza is named after a woman.
So am I.
Whoa.
Whoa, awesome.
That's crazy. I didn't know that person was trans.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I can't really say that one unless I'm gonna do some very significant revisionist history.
Me trying to like, okay, I got a hint as to what CS means.
Don't worry, I'm just using the face interpretation of the character.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Little Swabby cleans out filthy ears.
Oh, it's a... Yeah, I guess you can buy a Q-tip.
Awesome.
Cracked barrel. It's a... Okay. Constipated... Mixing herbs...
Constipatory herbs.
Mixing these herbs in powder and drinking it can heal loose bowel conditions. This will make me not...
Is that it?
We needed this a lot in the last playthrough.
Is this a status effect?
Yeah, when you eat bad food.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, last playthrough, we spent a significant amount of time with tummy hurdy disease that made us go at like 20% our normal speed, and we spent so long looking for a cure. We didn't find it till after we were just cured.
That man doesn't understand our feelings on modernizing. Oh, dearie me. Well, that's all she had to say. I can smell a city scent on you. I could be all fancy and refined like you. Tits out, wearing nothing but a hat and pants.
Wow, the city fashion sense is so cool.
My daddy's the strongest in the whole village.
Why does he sound like
I
that?
bet he's still the strongest, even in a Trotmobile. Sorry, what was your name? Maines Jr. Okay, are you Mr. Maines? That candy to you is serious update. Where might I get one myself? Alright, man. He's the gatekeeper. Might I interest you in some fish? You already did that, you dumb bitch. Talk to me. Ever. Mr. Malk? I may not be young anymore, but I still do my best to help this village. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes, dear. Okay. It's a pile of hay. Sleep here? No.
Why would I sleep in a dump like this? Idiot. Stupid. A blue-eyed pig. Wow. Just like my favorite character, Percival King.
Gluttonous pig. Just like...
Yeah?
I don't know. Again, I don't often think of any of my OCs to be particularly gluttonous.
Or pigs.
Or pegs.
I'm more of the cop liker. Derogatory.
Oh yeah, I remember. Speaking of Bible verses, I really latched onto the golden cow story just because I think it's really funny to make cultish cow women.
Aw. Yeah, oh, I really fucking... That's... Okay, but the fake mon that you made based on that story is so good.
Mm-hmm.
So excellent.
It's normal, and then you have to dunk it in a vat of gold. You have to give it a bunch of golden nuggets, and it will become dark steel.
So good.
Radicalize the cow. Radicalize the cow now.
I do fuck heavy with like Pokemon designs of like or like any sort of like religious symbolism or imagery that takes a thing out of its original context, like all the shit in Deltarune. Like I love that.
Gable the...
Hey, Matthew, oh, you can be Gable the immigrant. I shouldn't be him, actually.
Yeah? Mayor Marlowe has no idea what he's doing. Running a railroad. This will only lead to the destruction of our natural environment. Once it's gone, nature can never return. Doesn't he see? Actually, nature can heal quite quickly if
Not exactly true.
Yeah.
Talk to the girl again.
Hey, mister, that Trotmobile. It's big and scary.
I just wanted a voice act.
Okay.
There you go, Soup. That's the name of the episode. Kandaru voice acts in this one.
Clark's
episode 8.
One line.
Clark's episode 8. Kandaru's big and scary.
Clark's episode 8. Kandaru becomes a soup woman.
I shan't continue. I shan't.
No.
My brain. There are other things that click into my brain, thinking about this line of thread longer, but I simply shan't speak. I simply not speak on them, unless I continue to drag your name.
Damn. Okay.
No, I guess not drag your name, but it's like I don't know if Kandaru wants me to say these things because I feel like they could easily come off as embarrassing stories.
You're like always allowed to share whatever about me as long as it's like not my location,
Okay.
or as long as it's not my legal name or my location on the map.
Uh-huh.
You can share anything about me.
Marge, Kandara's full legal name is Dunkin' Donut.
That's really that's really sad.
Cut the stream right now.
That's really
I can't
sad.
believe you do this to me. I can't believe you fucking do this to me. I thought we were friends.
And she lives in the Baskin
Just
Robbins.
say.
Anyway, other incriminating evidence to the big Kandaru movement include a long-lasting bit that used to happen but happens less, about referencing a fucking manga panel about about a girl getting her life together and moving in with someone and being like, I gained 7 kilos.
Specifically, the panel is, I gained 7 kilos just from eating her delicious cooking. The implication being, like, her roommate or girlfriend or whoever is, like, a really good cook who cooks for them all the time. It's, like, really delicious. And I just sent that panel completely out of context to Soup. I was just sent that to Soup with, wish this was me. And Soup was like, what? Why? Who? The person cooking or the person gaining the 7 kilos? And I was like, well, I mean, I meant it in the way that I want someone to cook delicious meals for me all the time. Like, I guess I would take the 7 kilos. And, like, that was the start of it. and then the bit just became, I gotta get those 7 kilos.
Hope she got them. and also the food.
I'm eating okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Kandaru subconsciously indicating a desire to be big. My brain kept wanting to add the word "the" into it and refer to it as the big. I promise I'm not dyslexic.
Unconfirmed. No one can prove it.
No one can prove it.
Unconfirmed dyslexia.
So... we have been going for almost 4 hours. And we
should probably...
did accomplish...
So we're at the halfway point.
We did accomplish exactly one thing again this stream. I don't know.
Good job, everybody. We did it.
I don't know. I think next stream we do Steambot Chronicles. I think we should just try to not do a preamble and try to do as much as we can.
Whoa! Start the game right away. No, that's. I wish someone would have suggested that.
I think I've tried to do. I do it every other. I do it sometimes.
Is that a hedgehog?
I don't think I've ever been here when you just started the game.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. When a game starts to, when this happens to a game, I try to think that maybe it should we should maybe spend less time on the preamble and get into the actual thing.
Like, most of the... Here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of Steambot Chronicles is just us walking from place to place and having plenty of time to chat.
Correct.
So, like, there's no need for a preamble.
Correct.
Preamble.
Almond wants preamble.
As a fan of soup streams in the chat. I love Preamble.
Craziest part is that Almond could be here at any point. Doesn't even have to be in the chat. They could just be here.
Yeah, they could.
I don't know if I always thought I just wasn't allowed because I wasn't in the chat.
I've told your ass so many times you're always welcome here.
He has told your ass this so many times.
It hasn't sunk in until like now.
Mm-hmm.
I've never said it, but I will also tell your ass.
Now that it has been said in front of like everyone in chat.
Yeah.
All right. It's almost like your friends love you and care about you and enjoy your presence, you fucking idiot.
Hey chat, press 1 if Almond is loved and supported.
Press 1 if Almond lights up any room they're in.
I'm being attacked! /positive, thank you guys.
Mm-hmm. Pauses the stream so that I can press 1 as well.
Oh.
No one actually pressed 1 except us, so I guess everyone in chat fucking hates you.
Damn.
That's okay.
To be honest, I don't think they heard your command to press 1 because I just saw you pressing 1, so I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Chat, you will like Almond. You will press 1.
They, since I haven't attended streams yet, they don't know me as well. Don't worry, I'll start attending streams.
These streams would not look half as cool without their help.
Yeah, literally Almond birthed, I think, every PNG tuber you currently have.
Yes.
Yeah. No, they are the parent of every PNG tuber here.
I mean, Almond's actually one of the co-founders of Justin.tv, so...
What?
Super time already. Where does the time go? I mean, we're almost done with the stream, so I guess it goes pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
I love
It goes
Bulk.
quick. We're having fun.
I love Bulk. My brain almost did a bit of, do you want to donate money?
Well, now that Soup said it, it'd just be rude not to.
If only
Right.
this is I like can't be trusted as like a streamer. I'm like kind of fucked in the head.
Can we hit $500 before the end of stream? Chat, slap that button.
I think most people didn't want because we don't know Almond. Well, they made every PNG tuber, so if you like the PNG tubers, you should press 1.
Well, Love Bulk is continuing the gift sub they got from Rainbow Face. That's awesome, and also gets the message, apparently.
Spreading the fucking love. Or I guess continuing the fucking follow.
Loving in bulk, one might say.
Loving in bulk.
Alright. On that awesome high note of a joke, I'm gonna go talk into a microphone about boys kissing for about an hour.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go hang out with friends. Which you are invited to, Soup, though it may be a bit late for you. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll
I
say...
can't believe I'm not invited, SMH, just because it's like 1 AM for me.
You're gonna be asleep and
CS,
dead.
are you in my server?
Probably not.
Hang on, I'm checking.
Also, just as like a quick thing, I think I'm gonna actually make 2 saves on this file, just because of how far we've gotten. I think it makes a lot of sense to just like...
It does, yeah.
Have one of these be a good ending save, so that we can actually see the content.
CS, here's the link to my server. You're invited.
No, I need to play the Grand Shuffle where I find a different server to leave.
Oh no.
I would invite you to a server
Well, you don't
if
have
I
to
had
come.
one.
This is why
Alright.
Soup isn't setting up his own Discord servers, because I'm already at max.
Oh, fuck. These are great icons. What the fuck? Yeah.
Hear that, chat? We're invited to the server!
Yeah,
No,
discord.gg
none of
/
you are invited to the Ace Attorney streams. The ones that would almost definitely get the most amount of views, because that's a very popular and widely watched category. Those are private.
Alrighty.
Stream has ended.
Stream has ended. It's because I'm ending stream. Thank you all for coming. I forgot that was still the fucking on the. Okay, well.
Awesome. Thank you all for coming.
Alright, well.
Now there's more of them.
Well, gang, thanks for coming
Super
out.
chat be like,
Stupid chat be like, no! Anyway, thank you all for coming out. I'll be back on Tuesday. Maybe we'll play something. Maybe it'll be more Quantum Conundrum. Maybe I'll fucking figure something else out. The world's my oyster. Until then, I'll see you guys around. Have a great night. Thank you so much, Kandaru, Almond, and CS for being here. You guys are great company.
well, I have to earn my paychecks now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, everyone knows 50% of the stream's money goes right back to CS.
Thank you.
That's
That's why I pushed so hard.
Yeah, that's why they push so hard. Okay, bye for real.
Whoa.
Bye.